dear. Good to see you, mate. You had any more good finds? Phone's going mad now. Hey up, Jack. You all right, mate? You all right, Will? Oh, it's a cold one today. Good to hear it. So the first thing I'm going to do for you, I'm going to show you a link to begin with. Not that one, that's for sure. That's totally the wrong one. Yeah, I've just put mine on, Will. It's so cold today. Is that the one? Yeah. So that's a listing on eBay. When Ian did the first Gruffalo into circulation yesterday, that's a listing for the ephemera and the receipt from when he put it in, telling you it's been donated to cancer research. What else? You get the COA with it, all personally signed. Yeah, so if somebody would like to make a bid on that, it's only got a starting bid of 1p, and it runs for the next 10 days. So that's your chance to own the very first ephemera and COA from the Gruffalo. So we're not doing any auctions or anything. We're just going to be pushing that a little bit over the next few days and try and drive some prices up on that. Afternoon, Chris, Lorna. Hope you're both well. Gotta be well. It's the weekend now, so it's got to be good. So yeah, so that's the main thing we're going to be pushing. The other thing is obviously the way the channel is going. It looks, by Ian's predictions, that we'll break 5,000 subs by the end of this month. And should we do that, or as soon as we do that, should I say, we will be doing another auction for another gold proof. And again, it will be using the A to Z 10p's, but not to exclude everybody. This time, Ian has included the 50p's that were able to bid on last time. So it was all of the Olympics, all of them ones, the state quarters, that kind of stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Get saving your coins now, because as soon as we hit 5,000 subs, that's going to be done. That auction will be running all day, and it will close, I'm assuming, on the 11 to 12 stream with a special guest auctioneer. It's going to be Martha that finishes the auction on that. So everybody that tuned into Martha last time and thoroughly enjoyed it, just keep an eye out for that, because she is going to be making a couple more appearances. What else can I tell you? Mick, the guy that writes the reviews and things on the blog side of things, he's now taking over the the newsletter. So he's going to be writing newsletters now, and he's going to change it about a bit slightly. There's going to be sort of interviews with the CJs. There will be an interview with Martha. So it's going to be a bit more fun bit more light-hearted. So keep an eye out for all of the newsletters that drop into your inboxes. No doubt the CJs will be sharing them again when we get them. So yeah, so lots of good times. There was a bit of a discussion earlier on when Ian's new video had come out. People saying that he's stopping packaged coins and that's not the case at the moment, although it possibly is heading in that direction. It's nothing to panic about. If you've got any of the pre-orders, I think it's the pre-orders, Wallace and Gromit, and let me have a look. Wallace and Gromit, what's the other? Gruffalo 2. He is still trying to get hold of both of those. So, you know, there's no need to panic. If you can't get them, then you'll just be refunded with the money anyway, or points, whatever it was that you've used to buy them. So nobody's going to lose out. It's not going to affect anything going forward with regards coins going into circulation. They're all still going to be going into circulation. So none of that is affected. But obviously from a business point of view, you know, as Ian explains on the video, you can actually buy them for cheaper than what he could get them, which is a bit crazy, but you know, that's the way the Mint and 288 group have sort of cornered the market, I suppose. But it's not, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. As he says on the video, there are new products that he's planning on launching, new ideas that he's got. So just keep an eye on them. As soon as he's got these new ideas, you know what he's like, he'll be straight back on camera and letting everybody know. I was surprised that he managed to do everything in 18 minutes. I was quite impressed with that. 3 in 18 minutes has got to be a bit of a record, I think. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, I had a late night. Yeah, so it's not all doom and gloom. Obviously, as you can tell by the title, the Gruffalo is now out into circulation. Ian's got the video posted up. So if you're one of the volunteers, you will be getting your coins through very, very soon. And he's asking everybody that is the volunteer to get those into circulation within a week. So go to your nearest supermarket that's got a coin star machine and just pop them in there, donate the money to charity. Give a shout out to any charities or any local organisations that you think could do with a shout out. Get the receipt and send the receipt back to Ian within a week. As soon as you're done, obviously recording yourself doing it, send the video into the WhatsApp group and it'll all get posted up straight away. It just means that I know there was a bit of chatter yesterday that people were saying, well, I'd rather, you know, give it out to homeless people or something. I actually spoke to Ian about this last night, and he has assured me, as I tried to say yesterday, really, that although for the Gruffalo it's all going into a coin star machine, for the next coin that he releases, he may change it again from that. His first thought was, rather than giving sort of a homeless person, what is it, £5 worth of 50p's, you actually go into a bank, you pay it directly into the bank. They give you a £5 note, you take that out and, I don't know, buy the homeless person, you know, a sandwich and a cup of coffee or something. So again, you know, it's something that has been taken on board. and knowing Ian, he'll come up with some other idea for it. So just, and again, any ideas that people have got, I think it was Ron that had suggested the homeless person yesterday. So just keep your ideas coming in. We're going to hopefully finalise the Christmas raffle, Christmas tree thing over the weekend. So hopefully come Monday, if the raffle tickets aren't up on Monday, we'll certainly be able to update you with regards to that. I just got a guide coin in my change from the kebab shop. Nice one. Very nice. Yeah, that is really about it, I think. Obviously, as much as possible, share the news about the Gruffalo. Use the hashtag, whatever you want, as long as it's including Gruffalo. I've just been using GruffaloIsComing, but feel free to change that about and use whichever hashtag you want. Brilliant. Thank you, Will. The only thing I want to touch on, Ian posted up into the CJ chat yesterday the statistics that we had for the last month on YouTube. Tried to catch a Gruffalo. That's a good one. I like that, Lou. And the statistics really blew us all away. It was over 1,200 new subscribers last month. Over 450,000 hours were watched. If you take just a second and think about that, nearly 500,000 hours watched. That is incredible. Good afternoon, evening, Ella. Good to see you. Everything on there was incredible. The amount of comments, the interaction, everything on there was incredible. I'm sure it's got to be right up there with one of the fastest growing YouTube channels in the country at the moment. It must be. The only area that really let us down was the shares. We only had 260 shares, something like that, which I thought was really disappointing. So if you can, whether it's while you're watching live, share it on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. But even if you go back and watch other videos, share those, because it all helps with it. I've set a target of 500 shares I want to get by the time we get next month's figures in, and 500 really isn't a lot, I don't think. I think we should be able to smash that. I've watched most of those hours. I know the feeling, Chris. It certainly feels like I've either watched or done a lot of those hours. But when you just stop for a minute and think about that, 450,000 hours of watch time. It's just insane. But yeah, that was the only area that I thought we could improve on, was the shares. All of the likes were amazing. Everything, every other statistic on there was incredible. But if we can just try and share it a bit more, that will benefit everybody. Obviously, the more shares we get, the more subscribers we get. The more subscribers we get, the faster we get to the 5,000 gold proof giveaway auction. I nearly said giveaway there. It's like the Radwig hashtag. There was only a few of us doing it. I'm getting square. Yeah, I know that feeling, Lorna. I really do. Even last night, I've gone to bed quite early last night. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and then I found myself tuning in for Scott. And although I wasn't commenting, I was just laying there watching Scott. So yeah, it's quite addictive, and that. It's like the rubber hashtag, only a few of us doing it. Yeah, but this is it. This is where I say, Will, so the more, I'm going to really push that. I've asked all of our CJs to really give that a push now, and hopefully more people will start pushing hashtags and start sharing it. And the more of us that are doing it, the better. Good evening, Hannah. Should I risk asking how you are today? You've certainly had a couple of rough days. Hope everything's sorted now. But yeah, really, I mean, other than that, it's, you know, it's everything else is all really good. When I fall asleep, I'm counting down an auction. I mean, I will speak because obviously most of this week we haven't bothered with any auctions at all. And obviously, you know, it is the Great British Coin Hunt. And we do want to generate some money for them where possible. So I will have a chat with Ian and see if we can get a couple of auctions going up for next week. We have got an awful lot of stuff going on at the moment and new things about to be coming on. I'll just share that with you. I think there's 6 new raffles on there. Things like Gruffalo with COA. There's one that's all 5 of the Gruffalos, so you get all 5 of the letters stamped on the coins, or with COAs. There's Sea Kings raffle, D-Day, Peter Rabbit, I think is the other one. So there's plenty of raffles, and they start off at about 175, so they're not, you know, hugely expensive. Not sure what that means, Steve. So yeah, so okay. So yeah, if we can go over and buy a couple of raffle tickets, I'd appreciate that. Any raffle ticket or any raffles, should I say, that sell out while I'm streaming, I'll stick random.org on my phone and I'll draw them out. So if you've bought tickets on my stream, there's a chance that you might be the winner. If you're lucky enough, anyway, to beat Chris, because Chris seems to be the one. I sold out 2 the other day and he won them both. Although, in fairness to him, he did send one to Disney, so it wasn't all bad. Where are we? Still the same, Warren. Had a right carry on. Yeah, I've seen some of your messages. You have had a really bad couple of weeks, or couple of days, sorry. I suppose you could say weeks with the pain as well. When I fall asleep, I dream of coins. I feel at the moment that I'm just not. I'm not getting the sleep I need after last night. I was still up at 3 o'clock this morning, but it's all good. I have asked Ian about the monthly draws, so I'm waiting for an answer back on that. I haven't seen Gordon today, but I've got news for him on that as well. Yeah, so other than that, that's pretty much it. I will just stick this link up again. Obviously, Ian released the first Gruffalos into circulation yesterday. We've had a couple of bids. For the Gruffalo went into circulation into the Coinstar machine. He donated the money to cancer research, and he's put a listing up for that on eBay, so you can own the very first Gruffalo and ephemera with a COA that's all signed, etc. from Ian. You get the receipt from the Coinstar machine. That's going to be on eBay for the next 10 days. It started off at 1p. It's up to 6p at the moment. So come on, surely we can get a couple of quid for that. I think he might have missed a trick. Maybe he should have put that on the site. Did I send you the pic of the freezer where they went around it? I'm just going to have a look. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, you put up a load of bottles of gin. I saw that one. Did you send me one separately? Where are you? Oh, down there. Oh, yeah, you have. That is just mental. That is terrible, isn't it? Oh, it's you in the front with 6p, is it, Chris? I might go and bid you up in a minute then. But yeah, it's your chance, you know, like he says on the listing, it's a chance to own the first one. It's a bit of history, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. So hopefully we can get, you know, a decent price for him for that. So what was everybody's views on watching Ian's last video? The update that he had for everybody. What was everybody's opinions on that? Oh, it's gone up to £2.20 now. Wow, that suddenly shot up. Was that you with £2.20, Chris? That suddenly shot right up there. I had it go from 1p to 6p, then it's gone up to, no, it's not you no more, mate. It's up to £2.20 now. Brilliant. I'm going to put a bid in as well, though. Let's get it going up. Oh, no, we're now up to £3.20. Hey, that's more like it. Right, Hannah, where are we? That's the dinker for the mint. You cannot write it. I've done the same with the cooker, so it's still not wired back in. Takeaways all weekend. Don't know if to laugh or cry. Bless you. Takeaways all weekend ain't a bad thing, though, Lorne. Hannah. Right, I'm not having it. I want to get a bid on there that's winning. Get out of here. It's up to £5.50 now. Is that you again with £5.50? I've got to get a bid on this somehow. I want to get a leading bid. At least I don't care if it gets beaten. I want a leading bid at some point. Get out of here. Let's try that one. Hey, I'm the highest bidder. That's more like it. I'm happy now. Yeah, I've got it now. It's up to £7.50 now. Yeah, I know. No, it's £7.50 now, Will. 9 bids at £7.50. So yeah, anyway, that's got what? Still got another 9 days and 21 hours on it. So yeah. So you know, like Ian's been trying to say to everybody for ages, there's money in the ephemeras. So this was his way of just sort of testing the water and seeing whether actually somebody would buy it. I'm not going to get into a bidding war with you, Chris, because I've seen what you do with what you did with Disney when you got into a bidding war. So I'm not going to get into a bidding war with you. Shame it's not on our auction slot. We have there's a few more people in now. If we get to or as soon as we get to the 5,000 slot, we're auctioning off another gold proof. I don't know which one it is yet, but there will be another gold proof that gets auctioned. It will be running, I say 24 hours. It'll be running for 12 hours that we're streaming for. So it will start at 12 o'clock or whenever with Ian, I would imagine. And it will finish with Martha making a guest appearance to finish off auctioning it. Yeah, I know. Ian predicts 5,000 by the end of the month. And as soon as we hit the 5,000, that's whenever it is, that's when the auction for the gold proof will go up. Again, you can use all of the A to Z 10p's and the old list of all the 50p's and the state and everything else, quarters. So start collecting them now. Because I have a feeling this one's going to go for quite a bit more than the 525 that the Peter Rabbit went for. Good of you to join us, Steve, and the gang. Good to see you. Yeah, so that's worth. Didn't know Martha was doing that. I feel out of the loop. It was on all the chat yesterday. It went a bit crazy yesterday on the CJ chat group. And I said about Martha ending it, and I think Matt thought I was messing about, and I said, no, I'm serious. Martha actually gained us a lot of viewers last time, and everybody seemed to interact well with her. So we just thought it'd be a bit of fun. Ian normally closes the auction, so it'd be a bit of fun to have Martha doing it. I know it's difficult always to keep up with some of them CJ chats. It does get a bit crazy in there sometimes. Good afternoon, Oceans. Or Jack, sorry. Good to see you. Steve, these primates are so much better in the flesh, mate. I was crazy already yesterday. Lighty, thank you for advertising my channel. Not a problem at all, Javid. All we ask is the same back. All of your CJs have all got their own channels. Hans Coin Hunts, Hannah Davies, go over and sub her. Dragon Lord Coin, Steve Razor, give him a sub. Who else have we got? My Family Collects, Coins and More. I think it might be Coins and More UK. I'm trying to think who else has got some that does streams for us. But yeah, give everybody a like and a sub. Wouldn't even say no to a shout out on your channels, because we all appreciate all the help, and we all try to look after each other. So if you haven't had a look at Javid's channel, go over and have a look. He was very fortunate yesterday in doing a 50p hunt and managed to find the Kew Gardens. So yeah, go over and have a look at that if you haven't done already, but make sure you sub and hit the button at the same time. Hi Warren, you right, Global? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, Kian. Subs gone up in 2 days since I found the Kew Gardens. Thanks for all your subs. But this is what it's about, Kian. Sorry, it's what it's all about. Javed, you know, it's about the community and helping each other. All right, yeah, we sit here for 12 hours and stream for the Great British Coin Hunt, but it's about the community. So wherever possible, we're all, you know, happy to give each other shout outs and share the streams and, you know, all this kind of stuff. It's good fun. Steve, I said the definition was better than coloured. Strange shell coins need to colour and others better with nil. I must say, I only briefly had a look at those when you were talking about them. I was doing other stuff in the background for Mick, and I quickly shot across and had a look at those, and they do look stunning. And to be fair, I thought the price was a lot more reasonable than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting the price to be a lot more than what it was. Where are we getting to? Still can't believe it was a few bags in. Steve, I just bought a Father Christmas card from Popjoy. It's gorgeous. Is that the Father Christmas card that Steve has done the video on? If it is, I say I only looked on Popjoy literally when Steve was mentioning it, but I saw his video last night, and it is, yeah, proper nice Christmas card and coin. It was really, so I might go over there some point over the weekend and have a look. But yeah, really nice. I try my best to be in all chats and suffer all pains with the CJs. I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but it's certainly not a pain. It's good fun coming on and interacting with everybody. It's quite a buzz actually quite a buzz when you're doing the auctions and that kind of thing. So yeah, it certainly isn't a pain, or doesn't feel a pain to me. It's still a bit confusing why people would want to sit there for a couple of hours and watch us all, but you know, but yeah, it's all good fun. I bought it for my niece. Oh, you're a good auntie, aren't you? Actually, that's a really good idea. I might do that for my niece, actually. That's a really good idea. It's either that, Warren, or pay through the nose with me. I'll actually give you a bit of credit there, Steve, because you did, you know, I've only ordered from you the once at the moment. I will be putting another order in soon. But I got a fantastic deal from you. I was more than made up with it, so I won't agree with you there. Card and Prezi all rolled into one, exactly. And as I say, my niece has just got into collecting coins anyway, so it's like an added bonus. To be honest, I think I had a steal with those primates too. Yeah, I do. I think, yeah, I thought they were really good priced. I thought they were really good, especially because Steve said it was limited to, what was it, 995, was it? Well, I can't remember, but yeah, the price really did surprise me. Yeah, you know, mate, what I mean, it's fun with you guys. Thanks for all being here for us. No, thank you. Yeah, 950. So when you think limited to 950, and yeah, it's a cracking price. No, it's thanks to you guys, because obviously without you guys, Javid, we wouldn't be here anyway. We'd be sitting here talking to ourselves. So I could kiss Steve right now, but I'm not saying why. I know why. You're trying to make me jealous. That's all it is. All CJs do a great job. That's really appreciate that, Javid. I know at times it can. I'm sure you get as fed up as we do with, you know, trying to promote things and everything else. So, you know, sometimes it feels like we're ramming raffles or auctions down your throats. So I can only imagine what it would be like on the other side of the screen. But yeah, everybody sticks with it. And I say, you know, the channel just keeps on growing and growing. Figures are getting better each time, and I jump in always when someone's not behaving. To be fair, we don't get an awful lot of it. I don't think. I've seen some other people's live streams and, you know, from other channels, and they get an awful lot of trolls, if you like, coming in. Steve got 31 likes and no thumbs down. I think it's my first ever non-thumb down stream. So you didn't do your job right then, Steve. I don't think you're working properly if you don't get a thumbs down. Um, everybody should be getting at least one thumb down every day. Yeah, no, it's good, you know. And I've had a couple of emails off people that obviously don't want to say it publicly, but they share it on an email, you know, and sort of thanking all the CJs. So wherever I can, I post that links into their CJ chat so they know they're appreciated. I think Steve's had a bump on his head today. To be fair, I mean, Steve had said in the CJ chat, I think this morning, he wasn't feeling 100% and he wasn't sure whether he'd last this full session. But the warrior he is, he fought against it and he managed it. It's the painkillers. In that case, I should be getting bonuses for my streams. No, it's all fun. It's all fun. We enjoy it. Let me say, I love Oromov. I'm not sure that you should be saying that. Or maybe I'm not sure I should be repeating it anyway. I'm going to send you up a little package probably tomorrow. Lou runs over to Steve and give him a big thumbs down. Only joking, mate. Woohoo. Between us, we probably have more than boots. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, just in the background, all them white boxes there. That's all my medication. But yeah, no, it's all good. So now we've got a couple more people in. We can go back to Ian's video that he released earlier on today. Obviously, the first part of news was good evening, Madeline. Good to see you. Hope you had a really good birthday. I'm just going to catch up. Who got the Snowman 2018 for my charity to complete my album 2019 charity? I don't show my medication. I'll be there all day. Yeah, I know. But I've said it many times, honey. You know, you don't show it when you're on the stream. You know, you battle on and just, you know, don't complain about it and just do it. I feel like that sometimes, Chris. Just shaking, all you can hear is pills rattling around inside you. Yes, going back to the video that Ian put out earlier on. Obviously, the first bit of news on that was the Gruffalo release. The first ones went into circulation yesterday. And if you're one of the volunteers that have been chosen to put the rest out, the coins will be coming your way anywhere now. So the instructions on them now, within 7 days of getting the coins, take them to a supermarket or wherever's nearest for you that's got a coin star machine. Pop all 10 into them in one go. Select a charity on the screen to donate the money to, and get the receipt. And within 7 days, send the receipt back to Ian, because that will be added to the ephemera to sell. I'm probably saying it wrong, but there you go. That's what I call it. Yeah, and that way we can get it done a lot quicker. And the other coins will be going into circulation. Then the next bit of news was with regards to the packaged coins. There's a possibility that Ian will be moving away from that market. If you watch the video, he goes into detail and explains why. It's all to do with costing. And, you know, and it makes perfect business sense. So if you're somebody that's got an investment with him, it should be good news to you. he does say on there that he's got a couple of other new products or ideas that he's about to be releasing. So keep an eye out again for them for any updates. In the meantime, please keep sharing the hashtag Gruffalo. Just put anything that you want with hashtag Gruffalo. Just the more that we can get out there, the better. He has just done a press, I don't know if you'd call it a press release. I think it was more of an interview. If and when that gets put out, I will certainly be sharing the link, because some of the photographs from the CJs that got sent in really were quite comical. So I will be sharing that when it gets gets released. The idea he's hoping for the Gruffalo is to repeat the same success with the Peter Rabbit, where it got into countless, I think it was over 60 online news articles. He's hoping that it will actually make it into the paper version of newspapers this time. So yeah, the more we can do for that, the more, the more we share that, the better it'll be. While we're on the Gruffalo, as you saw Ian putting them into the Coinstar thing machine, you'll have seen he donated it to cancer research. He's put the first ephemera and packaging and the receipt and a COA up on eBay. It's up there for 10 days. I'm sure it was 10 days. And the current bid is £7.50. So even if you're not going to put a bid on it yourself, share the links for us and get more and more people talking about it. Now I need to catch up on some chats. I'm close on to 30 a day plus or more bombs instead of Jaeger. Oh, you can't stop Jaeger bombs, Steve. Can't stop them. Good evening, Ron. Good to see you, mate. Still got a chesty cough, but I've survived. That's the cowboy. It's the cowboy builders account. I'm not doing. So we'll see you on Road Traders soon, then, Hannah. I'm not doing collecting for a long time. So sometime I think I found a Kew Garden too quickly. No, you never find a Kew Garden too quick. You never know. You might find another one. Steve, I carry a syringe full of Oromorph with me in the zip of my bag. I'm not sure I should be reading that one either. You can always find another and give it to Will Javid. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Hannah's mortified. That's about the pictures that we sent in. Javid, I hope to find next Thursday's another coin for my second album. Is your first album fully completed now, Javid? Have you got the 2018 Snowman then? Madeline, yes, I know builders. I used to have a gold half sovereign embedded in concrete found on our local beach, but it was stolen by builders. We had it to replace the floor. So angry, even after all these years. Wow, that is disgusting. I said last week like this, and I did find it. Yeah, you did. I remember you saying that you were going to find it. So it was brilliant. Brilliant. Order the Snowman today or next week. Yeah, I think, I've only got a couple of coins left in my album to finish. The Snowman's one of mine. I think I'll probably just order it, and then I'll start a new book fresh and do some hunts. To start on my new book. I do think, and this is, I don't know, I suppose it's to Steve and Chris if he's still there. I do think a lot of you guys have missed the market. Oh, okay. There's just been another bid on the ephemera. It is now up to £8, I believe. £8.50 the ephemera has gone up to now. So that's brilliant news. Yeah, I think you've all missed an opportunity. To my knowledge, there isn't anywhere you can buy the inserts for the albums. I know the Change Checker album comes supplied with the inserts, but when I was looking to buy them, nowhere around sort of sells them, or I couldn't find anywhere that sells them. So don't go nicking my idea, because I'm going to start doing that. Oh, Steve's just put a bid on it. A tenner. So if I put a bid in of $9.50, that'll increase your bid then, won't it? That's all right then. Let's drive that up a bit more. Confirm that. Yeah, there we go. It's up to a tenner now. Where have we get to? I will order. Yeah, just done that. Good evening, Scott and Sue. I hope you are both well. Be right back. Need to feed the kids. Well, a local takeaway as I'm paying. Yeah, it's gravy and chips here, over here, Hannah, please. I'll have some gravy and chips. Hi, Susan. Hi, Scott and Susan. Hi, Susan, and from Scott and Sue. That's really all the. Are there? I mean, I didn't. I will admit, I didn't do a huge search on it, Chris, because originally I bought the Change Checker album, and almost immediately regretted buying it. So I kept all the inserts, obviously, and I'd actually ordered 2 albums. The second album, I gave it away to somebody who had just found a queue and decided they were going to get into collecting. But I kept the inserts, and I just did a quick search. But the Change Checker inserts don't fit into these albums. You have to cut them down. If I find somewhere. Yeah, you have to sort of trim them all right up to fit the inserts into them. So that's what I was looking for, somewhere that, I could get some insert. And I didn't do a huge search, but I couldn't find anywhere that did them. Do you know what I did? Go on, Will, what did you do? That was where I've kind of gone, what I did for my coin trays. No, go on, tell us what you did for your coin trays. So that's kind of all the latest news, I guess. Obviously, the big one is I did a screenshot of the Change Checker app. That's a good idea, actually. That's all the latest news, really. The big one being, as soon as we hit 5,000 subs, then another gold proof is going up for auction. I don't know which gold proof it is at the moment. I'm not even sure if Ian does. But I think I'd rather not know. I'd rather wait until the day that we hit 5,000, and it'll be a surprise to everybody. So, right, we'll take a screenshot of the Change Checker app, rotate them, and then put 2 on a page and print it off. It's a good idea, Will. It was a good idea. Good evening, Belfast. Good to see you, mate. And I still have them, so I will send you them. I'm all right. I've got all the, no. Yeah, I've got a printer and everything, yeah. Oh, does he do that? I didn't know that, David. Oh, that's good. I'll drop him an email then and ask him. Because we've been plugging his site a little bit lately anyway. Gold proof Captain Cook, that would be something special, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll certainly email him. Because I say he's a good lad anyway. Yeah, I'll forward it on to you, Javid, once I've got it. Yeah, he sent me a set. Awesome. I must have a proper chat with him anyway, I say, because he's from the same town as me, and I don't know the guy. So I will have a chat with him and maybe try and meet him up for a beer. Yeah, and get a set sent to me. Can I ask something stupid? The 1p auctions, do the 1p's not stick to the magnets? That is correct. They don't stick to a magnet. It is the non-magnetic 1 and 2p's. There are a few other ones, but mainly the non-magnetic 1 and 2p's. Goldproof 2009 shoe. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And it only actually dawned on Ian yesterday. He suddenly remembered that he'd said that. So obviously he wanted us to try and promote that. So, as I say, there's no auctions or anything like that running at the moment. We do have all the raffles still on the site. There's 6 new ones on there. Some nice ones on there. Starting off at about $1.75 a ticket. If we clear them off, or no, if we clear a couple more of them off, hopefully then we can sort of try and do something a bit special with the Christmas coming up. We're going to be doing the Christmas tree that Angela had suggested. I just need to do a bit more work on that over the weekend, and hopefully by Monday, if the tickets aren't on sale, I'll certainly have some news with regards to that. The monthly draw, I've asked about that, and I'm still waiting for a response. It probably now, I can't see me getting a response until Monday, because it'll be John that deals with that, or Logan. So I can't see a response on that coming before Monday, but I have asked the question. I know Louise has suggested maybe a cash raffle. That's something that I can put to Ian. But obviously, once we've shifted a few more of these, Lorna has just bought some more raffle tickets. Awesome news. And don't forget, with your raffles, you can use your points and any of the old previous discount codes that we used to give away. If you don't want to go back and look through the old videos, they're really simple. They start off at MON1 and go up to MON5. Same for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So from 1 to 5, and then put your time in after that. So it'll be MON1 12:30, MON1 1:00, MON 1:30. So yeah, so just play about with them. I don't have any points, so it's not a fair game. Yeah, just play about with some of the codes and get yourself a couple of quid off the vouchers, off the raffle tickets, and then hopefully we can get some nice ones going up for Christmas. I'll see if I can talk Ian into putting up another silver proof or something. Something like that. What else is there? Yeah, no, I mean, I'll speak to Ian about them, but obviously I know if I suggest any raffles to him at the moment, the first thing he's going to say to me is, I've only just put up half a dozen new ones. If you sell a few more of them, then he'll consider the others. If any of them sell out while I'm live on stream, I'll do the same as I did the other day. I'll stick random.org on my phone and we'll draw a winner for the raffle there and then. Obviously, if it's over the weekend, you're not going to get your coin immediately. You'll have to wait till Monday before Logan gets back and does it. What else? If there's anybody that's thinking about, I don't know, buying a couple of 50p's or buying a couple of the £2 coins, anything like that, always mention it in the chat, because I can create you a 20 or 30 pound. I can create you a £30 voucher and put it up for auction. So the chances are you're not going to pay 30 quid for it. And as long as there's more than you bidding on it, might save you a couple of quid when you're there. So that's something that whenever I'm on, and that's the same if you're looking at buying any of the foreign coins, the same applies there. I can do a £30 voucher for foreign coins and stick it up for an auction. I think very rarely have we seen auctions going for more than face value of something. I think if I'm right, one of the investments did. That's the only one I recall seeing going for more. I think it was £150 investment, went for £200, something like that. So that's the other bit of news from Ian's video. People with investments, nothing to worry about, no need to panic. Your investments are safe, but they will be coming off the site very shortly. So okay, that gets deleted. So if you're looking at maybe buying an investment for a Christmas present, or I don't know, with your Christmas bonus or anything like that, get on there ASAP and buy them, because I don't know when, but they will be going very soon from the site. I agree with Jack. The Wedgwood is a stunning coin, and the fact that it's been done in the blue of Wedgwood as well, to me, it just adds something to it. The fact that it's in the blue, which they're renowned for. And I'm really tired. I'm going to have to buy another one to go in the album, but I do want to, or I might put this one in the album and just buy another one and keep it packaged. It is really nice coin. Certainly, I wasn't a huge £2 fan before. I think this was one of the first ones that I got. Isn't it? But it is really nice, and it's kind of led me to buy a few more. So yeah, so that's up for auction raffle at the moment. What are some of the other ones? There's all the Gruffalo. You can get 5 Gruffalos that have all got COA and the TGBCH initials stamped onto it. There's one for Sea King. There's another Gruffalo with a COA. Oh, sorry. What else was there? Oh, there's still, yeah, the Wedgwood, the clasped hands, the suffragettes, a D-Day. Come on, where are we? And the Peter Rabbit, Royal Mint packaging. So definitely get yourself over and buy some of them. Okay, it doesn't tell you on the front page, but the D-Day is the £2 coin. So, yeah. And also, if you're going to buy any of the raffle tickets, and for argument's sake, you wanted number 27 or 28, don't be alarmed. They are there, but they're been added on afterwards, so they're actually after 30. So in the countdown, 27, 28 isn't there, but it's after 30. So don't panic on that. I'm going to have to leave you for a second because I'm absolutely desperate for the toilet. So I will be right back. Sorry about that. So your line up for the rest of the evening is from 9 o'clock till 11. You got My Family Collects. They're doing, I think it was a 50p hunt with the kids as well. And then from 11 to 12, you've got, God, I did say, didn't I? Matt or Martha, one of the two. Not sure which one it's going to be, but it'll be one of the two. I will say, with regards to Ian's video that went up about the package coins, there are still some available on the site, or there were the last I checked. So get yourself on there quickly before he runs out of stock, and get yourself some of the Royal Mint packaged coins. He has got a couple still left on there. How many, I don't know. And as he says in the video, that he does take some of them off for the auctions. So if you're still looking at getting any packaged coins, get yourself over there and buy some of them before they sell out, or before he removes them from the site. What did I get today? I did get something today and I can't remember. Oh, I must admit, I've changed my opinion. I did get the Wallace and Gromit today. And I have changed my opinion. When I first saw the Wallace and Gromit, I really wasn't that impressed with the design at all. But having seen it up close, it is, I must admit, it is a lot better than I originally thought. I won't apologise to the Mint for that, but it certainly is better than I originally thought. And it's the same with the Snowman. I wasn't hugely keen on the Snowman. But again, with that one, having seen it up close, it is a lot better than originally I thought it was. So if you're still wondering about whether you should buy them, I know most of you have already got them now. Ian has confirmed that he won't be getting any snowmen. So obviously check out Dragon Lord coins first, see if he's got any. I don't know whether Steve's got any. Check out Chris Fraser, the UK coin seller. I think that's right, one for Chris. Check Chris's website, and failing that, then go over to UK Coin Hunt. He was, I don't know if he's got any more back in stock, but he was pinging them out for around about £9. Very fast delivery, good communication with him. So yeah, you go over and order some there, because they're certainly better than I thought they were. And the same applies for the Wallace and Gromit. So come on, everybody's really quiet tonight. What's up with you? Stevie B is live from the bar. That's not a problem, Stevie. You shouldn't be at the bar though at your age, mate. You should be in the corner with your Coke. Judith, good evening even. Has anybody seen Angela today? Angela Clover. Has she been on at all? Does anybody know? Good evening, Grace. Good to see you. Because obviously Angela had some really good news yesterday, but it was right at the end of the stream. Jack's busy on the computer but still listening. Yeah, so she thought that she had a parcel delivered yesterday. It was actually quite funny. It was 2 Gruffalos with COA, and she thought it had been sent to her by mistake. She'd only ordered one. So she was quite concerned by that and asked me to double check and find out what was going on. And it turns out that she had actually sent in a lot of coppers into Ian. So as a thank you, they gave her an extra Gruffalo with COA. Ian was meant to put in a note with it explaining why there was an extra one there, but totally forgot. Yeah, Wedgwood is sold out on the site, Lorna, yeah. The only way you can get the Wedgwood is on to my knowledge, the only 2 package coins left are the Stephen Hawkins and Peter Rabbit. To my knowledge, they were the only 2 left. I know Ian has got some Wedgwood, but I think he's keeping them for raffles and auctions and that kind of thing. Oh, the Wedgwood raffle sold out. Oh, wow. Oh, that's incredible. Christ, you've done that quick. My God. Let me find it. Does it automatically go to the top? Yeah, automatically goes to the top when it's sold out. Right, so if everybody gets their tickets ready, what is it, 1 to 30? Yeah. If you all get your ticket numbers ready, I will draw that for you now. Stevie. Oh, you've dropped the Stevie B off your name now. It's just Popcorn King. I won't be long back. Spag bowl and a glass of wine. Only had a couple. I'll stuff paid 13 quid to drop 2 parcels to Ian's Villa coins. I'm happy though. Good evening, Mighty Group. Good to see you. Right, just bear with me while okay. Sorry, I didn't realise Ian's messaged me. Just popping in for hello, nice to see everyone. Good luck in the draw. So I won't message you then, Ian. I'll tell you then. I'm on till 9 o'clock. If you wanted me to give you a ring after that, I will do. So let me just get to random.org. Random.org. Number 1 to 30. Right, just turn my screen down. Hopefully we're going to be able to, we did this yesterday, so fingers crossed it'll work. Okay, and generate. And I think that's number 27, is it? I'm reading it backwards. So I think it's number 27. Have a look. Yeah, number 27 is the winner. So if you check your numbers and see whether you've got number 27 on the Wedgwood raffle. I'm just going to make a note of that, and then I'll send the email. So yeah, number 27, please. Come on, Javid, surely you're going to share your news with Ian as well. Not me. It makes a change, it's not you, Chris. Wedgwood £2 raffle. Number 27. Are we going to have anybody claim it? Oh, Lorna's got it. There we go. 13751. Well done, Lorna. Order number 13751. Okie doke. So I will send you an email over. What are you tutting about, Louise? I will send an email over to John. Obviously, you won't get it now till Monday, but I'll send that over and get that sorted for you. Ian, I found the Kew Garden 2009 in my hunt. Well done, Lorna. Well done, Tupferman. There again. Well done, Lorna. Well done, Lorna. Well done, Lorna. Well done, Lorna. 2 pictures on their way today too. The good news I have for you, Ian, while you're actually here, I will just check that it hasn't altered. For those of you that had watched Ian's update video, you'll have seen the Gruffalo was released into circulation, with Ian putting them into the Coinstar machine and donating the money to cancer research. And he's put the listing, the ephemera and receipt up for sale on eBay. It started off with a 1p bid. You get the COA personally signed, the receipt and the ephemera, and it is currently up to £10. So that's cracking start, up to £10 on the ephemera. So get over there and have a bid on it. Where would I get to? Thanks, everybody. Mods are rocking it in the raffles. It certainly seems to be. Suzanne Barker, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Suzanne. Good to see you. So where else am I going? The investments. As Ian would have said in the investment, in the update video, the investments are going to be very shortly coming off the site. So if it's something you're thinking about, whether it be for a Christmas present or you were just thinking about buying an investment yourself, get on over there and quickly grab yourself an investment, because they're not going to be around for much longer. and nowhere else is going to offer you a return like Ian does on the investments. So yeah, I don't know exactly when they're going to be going, but they're going to be going very, very soon. The 5,000 subs, as soon as we hit 5,000 subs, whenever that may be, Ian's prediction is the end of the month. And I think Ian's been proved right on pretty much all of his predictions of late. So whenever we hit the 5,000 sub mark, there is going to be a new gold proof put up. Some people were suggesting earlier on what gold proof you should put up, Ian. What did we have? What suggestions? I can't remember now off the top of my head. One was a 2009 Q gold proof. Oh, and the Captain Cook gold proof, wasn't it? Was the other suggestion. But yeah, so whenever we hit the 5,000 mark, the auction will begin. It will run for the entire day. That's a really bad question to be asking, Ian, because they were saying the Captain Cook gold proof, and then the other one was the 2009 gold proof Q. So I'm not sure. Oh, there you go. Maybe thinking of a Cook anyway. That got suggested earlier on. So yeah, as soon as we hit the 5,000 mark, the auction for that will begin, and it will run all day and finish with the guest auctioneer Martha closing the auction. That will again be for the A to Z 10p's and the other 50p's that were listed. Your Olympics, Puddle Duck, all of those ones, as well as your American state and park commemorative quarters. So get saving them up now. If you can share whenever you're watching a video, whether it's live or you're going back and watching it on playback, if you can share it to Twitter and to your Facebook, that's going to help us get more subs, get to the 5,000 quicker, and get the gold proof auctioned off a lot quicker. I have a feeling this one's going to be going for an awful lot more than 575. But you've got the best part of 3 weeks notice if the predictions are right. So it's got plenty and plenty of time to get collecting your coins ready for that. Or if, just like me, you just enjoyed the fun of sitting back and watching it, it was certainly a lot of fun to sit there and do the auction for. So yeah, that is something also to be looking forward to. Another reason for the share, as I said earlier on, the statistics for the YouTube this week or this month were quite incredible. Oh my God, is D-Day sold out as well? You lot are on fire tonight. I'll just finish where I was, Stephen, and I'll have a look at that one. The YouTube statistics were just incredible. Over 1,200 new subs, and the one that really blew my mind was over 440,000 hours were watched. Nearly 500,000 hours of watch time, which is really just incredible. But the only area that I felt that we were low on was the shares. We only had, I think it was 260 shares, which when you think about all the other statistics, that was really, really low. So I set a challenge. I want it to be 500 for the next month. So yeah, if you can, please share it whenever you're online. or whenever you're watching an old video back, then it'll be brilliant. Really appreciate that. Right, so let me do this D-Day. I have a funny feeling that this is probably going to be won by Steve Fraser. Hold on. No, the lightning one we've already done, haven't we? Yeah. It's a D-Day. Okay, and that's 30 tickets again for the D-Day. Yeah, the ephemera, Ian, is up to £10. Or has it gone up again? There's actually been 11 bids on it. Up to, I think it will smash the 25. There's been 11 bids on it already, and it's up to £10. It's really quite incredible. Okay, where's my number generator gone? There it is. I want to reset that. So this is for the D-Day. Okay, come on. Have I got to turn you down again? Oh no, not 305 tickets. Come on. Focus. There we go. We had it then. Somewhere there. We go down. Nope. Come on. All right, let me try and turn that down a bit more then. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? So generate number 8. I can see that one easily. So that's number 8 for the D-Day. So check your tickets. I'm pretty sure one of you is going to be the winner of that that's in here tonight. I predict it'll be Steve Fraser, but I'd like it to be somebody else. So that's 2 raffles sold out tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, I thought it'd be you, Steve. So I should write that down. Have you got an order number for me as well, Steve? Just make it a bit easier. Or are you going to tell me that you've sold out another auction as well? £2 raffle. Number 8, wasn't it? Number 8. Steve Fraser. Okay, I'll set you a challenge that I know that you won't beat. 13757. 13757. Because you're just getting a bit too. As long as I buy nearly 2/3, I have a chance then. Yeah, so I'll set you a challenge now then, because you all think you're being really smart selling out these raffle tickets. And yeah, don't get me wrong, we've just sold out 2 that have been brilliant. I bet that you cannot sell out. I'm on till 9 o'clock. I bet you cannot sell out the raffle for the full set of TGBCH 2019 Gruffalo circulated condition with 5 COAs, coins, packaging. I bet you can't sell that one out between now and 9 o'clock. There is no way that you will sell that one out. There you go. There's your challenge. Obviously, that one there is That one has got 100 tickets, is it? Obviously, because it's 5 coins, etc. So yeah, that one's slightly dearer. Oh, Chris has just got 10. Ian's got to get onto the phone now. Okay, Ian, thank you for stopping by. Just as much as you can, relax and enjoy your evening. And I'll give you a call about 9 o'clock when I finish on here. Have I really only got 15 likes out of 28 people in here? Oh, hang on. What's this? A £250 prize? Oh, get the tickets for that one. They're selling pretty quickly. £250 prize now. Oh, if you add up the value of them. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, I don't think that's possible that one could sell out tonight. That's my personal challenge, but I don't think that's possible. I would have thought that by now the clasp tans and the suffragettes would have sold out, because they've been up for quite a while now as well. Yeah, 16 likes and there's 29 people in here. Come on. How many did you get this afternoon, Steve? I've got to beat how many Steve had. That's no. Nice try, Chris. Nice try. You had me worried there for a second. 31. Come on then, I've got to beat 31. So yeah, actually, why Chris has just mentioned that, I will mention that again. I say again, I haven't mentioned it tonight. Obviously, as you know, Martha makes her guest appearances from time to time. A lot of us are going to the Royal Mint in January the 25th or the weekend of the 25th. If you raise £250 between you, that'll be dedicated or donated to the mental health charity Mind. I have to wear drag on the tour of the Royal Mint. If you go onto my channel, LightyCollects, you'll see I think it's £250 charity challenge or something it's called video. But you can donate via the Great British Coin Hunt, just as you normally would when you're paying for an auction, and go in via the admin listing and just put, Warren's charity or Mind or something like that, where, it's easy for them to understand what it's for. And then if the £250 is reached before we go to the mint, the Great British Coin Hunt will also add a further 25% on top of that. So that'll take it to well over £300 as well. So it doesn't matter, if you can only afford a £1 donation, anything is greatly accepted. Just bear in mind that you will get the £1 charge for postage when you're paying via the admin, but that's the only way we're accepting donations. So please take that into account when you're going to make a donation. It's a great cause, and it'll be a bit of fun. And then if you make it, I have to wear drag for the tour, and we will take as many photographs and videos as we're allowed. So yeah, it's all a good cause. I think that is a bit. That is about it. Not the suffragettes, it's the People's Act. Yeah, I know. I think it was Ian that named it the Suffragettes, was it? Let me just have a look. Because I think there was a bit of confusion as well, wasn't it, when being able to use this for the auctions as well. 50 times 2018 Suffragettes, 50p's, 50 tickets, £3 a ticket. Let's keep this fair and say a maximum of 10 per person. You buy a number from the variation list. Once they're all sold, Ian will video the draw using a Google number generator. I'm sorry, Ian, I beat you to it. If this works for you and you like it, we'll do it again. It's priced at £3, so you can utilise and use your points. I needed to pick, and this was Casper after the holiday, so that's why you've got that. And so yes, that's for, so you actually win 50 of the 50p's. So it's worth having a go on that. If you buy a couple of tickets, you still stand to make a bit of profit. Ian should have put 50p and the coin in the title of the eBay listing. Would have had more hits, finds. Yeah, possibly. He's put Gruffalo in the list in the title. I don't know. I think you can still edit it while it's live, can't you? I think you can. There is the listing at the moment. I think you can still edit it while it's live. So I'll ask Ian when I speak to him later. I should speak to him about that. But yeah, it's already reached. Oh, you can't after it's had bids on it. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if we just keep promoting it as much as we can anyway, share the links as much as we can, it'll get word around soon enough. I think I shared it on here and on my... No, I don't think I did it on my Facebook. I should do it on my Facebook and my Twitter later on. What do you think about next year's Dinosaur 50p series? I'm taking it you're talking about territories then, because I can't imagine that's coming out in England or Great Britain. That'll be the first that I've heard. Steve's probably one to ask about that. He normally is on the ball with all the latest releases. No, not territories. The Royal Mint announced it today. Okay. Oh, that'll be good then. No doubt they won't be going into circulation then. Let me have a look. Royal Mint, see if there's any news on their site now about it then. But that'll be good. It'll be a nice collection. That, no, I can't see anything on there. Heritage, gold, silvers. No, maybe if somebody has got a link, maybe on the blog for that, feel free to share the link. No, nothing on there. Yeah. Really, why is that then, Steve? Not on the title or other main bits, but you could end the auction and redo it. We can bring it straight back to a channel, but only taking minutes and list and relist. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. They announced the coins in the annual set and also the dinosaur series. I hate the idea of dinosaurs. What's people's views on that then? Dinosaur 50p series next year. I must admit, I don't mind the idea of that. I guess they haven't sort of come out and said anything more than that. They haven't sort of released any. You were on the site looking. I was, but I couldn't see anything on there. But again, Oh, Jack doesn't agree with that. Oh, Chris is on site looking. Okay, Jack doesn't agree with that. So come on, let's hear your views on the dinosaur set then. And while you're doing that, I'm really sorry, but I do need another toilet break. I'm not keen. They're just trying to coin the kids' market. Count. I totally agree. I mean, we've had this discussion so many times, and I think counties would have been brilliant idea. And I really do agree that they're missing a really good market there. No, I couldn't see anything on their website. But I am just going to have a toilet break, so I'll have a quick search. Can't see anything on there. Good evening, Matt. Good to see you, mate. You all right? I searched earlier as I heard it on Facebook, but can't find anything either. Oh, well, maybe it's not guaranteed yet then. Right, so I'm just going to leave you for a second and have a toilet break and a quick puff, and I shall be right back. Oh. Right, so let's catch up here. Can't find anything on the Mint. Searched earlier, but can't find anything. That is good. Westminster has it on their site. I just did a quick Google search, and the only thing I can find on Google is that South Africa are going to be getting a new dinosaur coin. So let me have a quick look on Westminster. Who had asked us that, Grace? So where did you hear that from, Grace? Was that just sort of on Facebook or something that you've heard that? No. Yeah, I've seen that one, but I couldn't figure out. Just Googled, found GoProofs already released a while ago. It was on Facebook from a guy who has ties to the Royal Mint. Oh, that'd be interesting then. Sorry, I'm getting waylaid looking at something completely different. Yeah. So I guess we have to wait and see whether it is coming then. Annual set includes £5 George III, £2 Agatha Christie, £2 Fee Day, £2 Mayflower, and 50p Team GB for Tokyo 2020. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see if they're going to do a proper official announcement then, but it'll be interesting to see. Judging from people's reactions on here, it's not going to be a popular choice. No, that's as well as the Dinosaur Jack. He also gave us this. That's the annual set and what that would include. The dinosaur was also as well as that. I don't know. Initially, I guess, as long as it's not based on the kiddie program, I don't mind proper dinosaurs. Yeah, that's my initial thought. As long as it's not kiddie, kids sort of animations, and it is proper dinosaurs, I would imagine it'd be quite interesting. He'll be getting the sack then, if that's right. I would imagine if he's posting it onto Facebook, he has that sort of permission to leak a little bit of snippet. Otherwise, I think he will be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, so my initial thought, as long as it's not like the kids' animations and it is proper dinosaurs, I'd quite like to see it. And as long as they're all released, you know, sort of together, and, you know, into circulation as well. I'm not, you know, you have to go on the mint and buy them individually. I wouldn't mind the idea of that. What about a Fred Flintstone 50p? Yeah, I mean, the list would be endless with what the opportunities they could do with that. Could make a lot of different ones. But no doubt, I mean, there's bound to be, you know, more of the Wallace and Gromits coming, isn't there? And there's probably will be more Gruffalos coming as well. The annual set only ever includes a few of the loads and loads of extra needed coins, such as the Paddingtons, the RAF planes, never included in any annual set either. Yeah, you know, that's my initial thought. As long as it's not, yeah, I think, yeah, I agree with you there, Will. I think they've forgotten what circulated means. Yeah, as long as it goes out in circulation, I wouldn't be against it. I quite like the idea of hunting for some dinosaurs. I thought you were a dinosaur fan, Steve. Or have I got you confused with somebody else? Yeah, likely for the 2000 million anniversary of the Stegosaurus eating a leaf. Well needed coins to recognise the leaf's departure. Yeah, it's like that's, yeah, I just don't want it to be another one that, or another set that is kept back from circulation. What was it, 17 this year so far? And there's probably still going to be another couple this year. Louise, I'd like an RSPCA set of different Animacs. I'm not sure what Animacs are. I work for the Minch. Don't tell anyone. I knew you meant animals. Yeah. I think somebody had suggested animal. No, who was it? It it was on Christopher Collects, wasn't it? When he's doing the Q&A with, was it Rachel from Change Checker? He asked her what designs she'd like, and I think she said animals. Mate, and of all the countries famous for significant dinosaur finds, hardly UK standing out. No, that is true. And I guess there are a lot more important things to this country that they could put onto coins. I think I said one when we were talking about this before, and I said maybe, you know, sort of, I'd like to see sort of all the past prime ministers being put onto coin. RSPCA is my idea, not freaking see Christopher Collects or Change Checker. So I know you watched that video, Lee, because we both had the same opinion of it with regards to the A to Z. So you'll have seen him asking her that question. A Boris 50p, yeah. Yeah, I just, you know, again, it's, you know, obviously we laugh and joke about things like the Boris 50p and a Theresa May 50p and that. But then you go back over history and look at some of the other people you'd be getting on there. And I just think it'd be quite a good little set to go for. 1 second, I've just had a picture message from Hannah. Oh. Let me just catch up. How about seeds of our native trees like an acorn, pine, cone, cob nuts, etc.? If true, it's solely aimed at milking people with their cash. Counties of the UK Atlas type book to hold them, let people learn what county borders their simple thing. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that certainly that the counties is a really good idea. I do agree with that. And I've said, you know, if they're aiming all these new coins out at the kids market, then make it something interesting for and educational for them. You know, you can say with that one, you can do the Atlas type book with all the counties. You can do all the planets, you know, solar system type thing. It would be good. Luke, I'd like a Cadbury's 50p as well. So was Hannah showing a news flash that the Mint are doing a horror-based coin set? Yeah, I think it must have been Steve. I shut it down as soon as I saw it. I don't know. I just don't know. I would like, you know, we had this sort of vaguely the other day with the when we were talking about the A to Zs, and if you've not seen it, both myself and Louise were of the opinion, if you watch Christopher Collects Q&A with Rachel, or what was it, Getting to Know Rachel or something from Change Checker, and he almost let slip in there that the A to Z is planned for 5 years. I don't mind that, but I'd like them to change the designs on the A to Zs. And that's where somebody then suggested maybe we could have animals on the A to Z instead of, you know, just keeping it the same for 5 years, the same coin for 5 years, just a different date on it. I think that would be a bit boring, and I think they're missing a huge market there. And I think people will get tired of just getting the same A to Z for 5 years. I just think it'd be a bit dull if they do that. But that's just my opinion. So many things related to the UK, but dinosaurs, daft as a brush, daft as Basil Brush. I can see why they would go for it, though, Steve. Certainly, if it is the, aiming it, which it seems to be with all the coins that are being released at the moment, aiming it at the kids' market, I can see why they would go for dinosaurs. And so many of the kids are into that sort of thing, aren't they? Little boys with their dinosaurs and that. So I can see why they would do that. Yes, but they had 50 years to come up with a great design for a 50p, and they used the same Britannia with a privy mark. Now, I do. I understand. It is the lazy way out. I can see the shine off your bonds on Hannah's TV. Yeah. Hannah's certainly brave putting that on her TV. A bigger picture, I'm not sure about that. It is. It does seem like it's a really easy way out, and I don't know. I guess these people are paid. I don't know, no doubt hundreds of thousands of pounds a year to come up with ideas like that. Yeah, I do get that they're taking an easy way out. Maybe we should start a TGBCH. What's the thing you call them? Come on, petition to get counties onto the coins. What next? A McDonald's Big Mac 50p. I'd like to know where you could get a McDonald's Big Mac for 50p. But yeah, maybe we should start petitioning them for the counties to be put onto coins. Because I know pretty much whenever we've discussed that on here, a lot of people would be really interested in that. Imagine a 50p like the WWF featuring many small faces of the previous 50p's. Could have been stunning. That is true. It could have been. It could have been. But then you would get people twisting about it being dinosaurs. I'm watching the stream on my TV. We know who you are. Yeah. Emojis. Oh, God, please not emojis. Oh, my God, no. I think I could firmly say that would be one set I wouldn't be too worried about collecting. That's what I meant about the RSPCA. The WWF was awesome. Yeah. I like your idea, Steve. All the small faces of the previous 50p's, that would have been incredibly stunning. No, it's nothing against it, Jack. No, not at all. I know a lot of people love the emojis. Me, I just get fed up with seeing them. Although I did post a few earlier on myself. But I just get fed up with seeing them. Aubergines. People don't even know where I am when I say Washington. Well, I had to ask you, actually, because there is a Washington in West Sussex. So I had to check that you weren't down there. Just got a judo for £8.20. Just need the triathlon to compete the Olympics. I'm sure Steve would be able to help you out with that. I'm sure Steve has probably got a triathlon. Yeah, certainly I do. I think counties is definitely the best idea that I've had for a new set. And again, it's fun, isn't it? Come on in. Let's go with counties. Which would have the lowest mint? What county would be the Kew Garden? I guess it would have to be Windsor, wouldn't it? Or what about prime ministers? We might not like them, but it's part of history. Yeah, I've said prime ministers, honey. I'd like to see prime ministers on on a 50p or even on a £2. I'd like to see that. Like you say, it's part of history. Got any wrestling, Steve, and how much? I will. If Steve makes a comment, oh no, I can do it there. I'll make you as a mod, Steve, for a second if you want to share your link. So you'll be able to share the link to your site now, Steve. Pub signs, that's another good one, Lou. Should be an even number of each, otherwise it would be regionalist. Yeah, but as long as, you know, I think they would have to favour Windsor. It would make sense that Windsor would be the lowest mintage one for me. That would make perfect sense. I suppose unless they went with lowest by population, which don't even ask me that because I wouldn't have a clue which county's got the lowest population. Blackpool 50p. See, I mean, the pub signs, we laugh about the pub signs, but they just wouldn't do that, would they? Because that would be not targeting the younger market. Landmarks like Stonehenge, yeah. And again, because so I watch on YouTube, there's a couple on there. I mentioned, I think it was yesterday, Travel Trolls. And they sold their house and bought a mobile home, and they just travel around the country in this mobile home. And they're up in Scotland at the moment, doing oh god, what is it? Oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's a 500-mile round trip around Scotland. And some of the places they've been to visit up there are absolutely incredible places, like landmarks and things. And I never even knew that these places existed. You know, old castles and some of the old cairns and that kind of thing. Oh, Steve, apparently that's definitely a link for Steve's YouTube, not YouTube, beg your pardon, for his website. Let me pop up a link for it, see if it makes any difference with the link I pop up then. Where is he? Dragon Lord Coins. Christ, it goes back a long way before I added that one. So try this one then. So yeah, so landmarks is definitely something I'd like to see. Oh, that's why, yeah. So that link should work then, Jack. So landmarks would definitely, yeah, because I say all these places they visited up in Scotland and that are beautiful, stunning places that I've never even heard of. Yeah, because you didn't, you only put www. You've got to put the HTTPS and all that nonsense before it. Blackpool 50p. I like Blackpool. I've had a good time up there. Book opening up into the shape of the UK and then being able to feel the map with the coins. Brilliant idea, even if I say so. I do. I really, really do agree with that, Steve. Blackpool for the B10p. They need to change the letters. Exactly. This is what I was saying, Lee. You know, I just think that if they just keep the same letters for the next 5 years, it's going to be boring. And I think people will just get bored of collecting that. Yeah, we've sorted that now. Thank you on there now. That's awesome. so much on our own doorsteps. Exactly, there is. I'm quite fortunate where I am. There's a lot of old castles and all that kind of stuff around where I live. All within sort of 10, 15 miles. We've got half a dozen castles and things like that. And you've got the oh god, what's it called now? Oh god, I forget the name of it, but a big old forest and what have you. And yeah, so there's so much that they could be doing. And maybe they could kill two birds with a one stone there. You could have the counties, so it would have the name of the county around it and a landmark for each county in the middle of it. You know, they could kind of sort of do the two in the one there. But, you know, God knows how their minds work. But yeah, I certainly agree. The age sets are going to get very boring very quick. Body bits. Now keep it clean. How can you put that and then tell people to keep it clean? You know that's just not going to happen. Yeah, there is. There's so much out there that they could be doing. That's just wrong but funny. I do agree on both parts. It is wrong but funny. Okay, so if we go back to the stream I did, I don't know, a week or so ago, where I think, what was it? Is there a lawsuit coming or something? And on that stream, there was something we read somewhere. There was a comment, or I think it was Change Checker had said that the Royal Mint don't get to choose which coin goes into circulation. So is it the Royal Mint that actually get to choose what designs up they are? Or is that somebody else that's telling them what the designs are, you know, of coins? Anybody? I think it was Change Checker had put a post saying that the Royal Mint don't choose which ones go into circulation. The Queen has final approval. But it is the Royal Mint, isn't it, that pick them and take them to the Queen for approval, as such. Because haven't they run competitions before to design a coin or something similar? I'm sorry, I'm smoking my cigarette while I'm on here. I seem to remember something like that. Has everybody disappeared now? I've bored everybody silly. I don't blame you. Perhaps it depends on the designer of the coin. If they pay an unknown artist, they can circulate the coin because it's not costing them so much. If it's well known, they need to claw mega. But yeah, that makes sense. Mint design, then the Chancellor, then the Queen. Wonder what the Queen thought when we saw Gruffalo. Right, What you meant to say there, Lou, was I wonder what the Queen thought when she saw a Gruffalo. Oh my God, I can't type. No, you can't. I think they're firmly in control. Otherwise, fluky how all the Potters and Paddingtons made it and so many others didn't. Yeah. Oh, Hannah. I don't think the Queen cares as long as her face is on it. Grace, I thought the Queen approves what gets minted, but the Treasury dictates how much goes into circulation. Although I don't know who decides to pick which coin. Louise, you're responsible for Jack injuring herself now. She's just fallen off her chair. Have you drunk more than me tonight? I must admit, I was tempted to have a drink. I might be tempted in a moment. But yeah, I mean, I would be incredibly surprised if the Mint don't have a very, very big say in it. But wasn't there something Ian brought up, wasn't there? That when they minted a coin from a previous year, they wanted to mint it again. It had to go before Parliament or something to get agreed or something. The Treasury solely with its quantities, Mint in charge of designs with royal approval. Seriously, can you imagine the Queen sitting there and going through some of these designs and saying, cool, yeah, I'd really like my face to be on the back of that. Can you imagine it? I mean, poor old Queenie sitting there in the evening with her glass of port, tucked up in bed, and she's suddenly given a big pile of designs to go through. I think she obviously had one too many ports when she okayed that design. I've just got a really bizarre picture in my head now of her in bed thumbing through all these designs. And, you know, even the Gruffalo, isn't it? I can imagine her reaction. One is having a laugh. Me too. Why is that snowman receiving fellatio? Where is it? From that young man. No idea, Your Majesty. Christmas wish. Oh, come on, focus. I'm not sure if I'm saying that to myself or to the camera. Oh, that's better. I think I was probably saying focus to me rather than the camera. But yeah, I can just picture her, and thought that was aimed at us. No, it was actually aimed at the camera at the time. But I mean, God, can you imagine Philip's reaction to some of the some of the designs? I think that would be better than the Queen's. Would you know when Ian is getting the second Gruffalo and Wallace the Gromit packaged? Okay. In answer to that, Kian, if you go on and have a look, Ian has released an update video where he talks about the struggle that he's been having to get packaged coins, and how in a lot of instances it's actually cheaper to buy them, or we can buy them cheaper than what he can. So at the moment, no, there is still no firm date on when he's going to get them. He is still trying to get them. If he doesn't, then, you know, you just get a refund on them. But at the moment, there's still no definite date on it. I know it's a boring read, but it can all be found in the Coinage Act 1971 Great Bedtime Reading. Goes to show how some coins are not only better, but need colour. Yeah, definitely. If they want to stay on trend with the command, man, then yes. Philly, pour me another drink. Is this a Gruffalo or a teddy bear? One eyes have got wet. If Ian's listening in on us, he must be in stitches by now. I've got a colour decal on the first name there, Steve. It looks fab. Yeah, I can just, God, he's probably got his head in his hands like the Queen on the Brexit coin. I don't know quite how we ended up here from dinosaur coins, but yeah, it was. Who cares about Brexit, really? There's an awful lot of people that care about it, Matt. An awful lot of businesses that care about it. And in fact, even in the coin community, there's a lot of people that care about it. If you pop on over to the Silver Forum, there's a lot of the silver stackers over on there, not just with stacking silver, but they buy a lot of their coins from the European Mint. And obviously, they're quite concerned about how that's going to affect them with the postage and the tax that they have to pay on it. Because at the moment, the European Mint have got a deal with the Silver Forum, where anybody from there that places an order, they'll keep it all until they've got a certain amount, and then they'll send it all to one guy to save everybody on the tax and the postage and everything. And obviously, they're quite concerned what will happen with Brexit. So as you know, how they go on with their orders from the European Mint. So there's quite a lot of people that do care about it still. Warren, I'm not making any progress on my work. Your fault. I can't take full responsibility for it. I can take some. Boo-hoo, it's all over money, we'll manage. Yeah, you know, there's part of me that totally agrees with that, Matt. You know, I mean, whatever all these forecasts are, whether good, bad, or indifferent, whatever it is, we'll get through it one way or another. We always do. We'll sit down, have our cup of tea, and carry on. But yeah, we'll manage. So I've got to make a note now, because I'm sure actually the Coinage Act that Chris mentioned, I would look at that, and I still haven't, Louise. I still haven't managed to Google Operation London Bridge. I keep meaning to do that, and I keep forgetting. So that's something else I'm going to make a note of now while I think about it. Because that was a couple of days ago now that I said I would look at that, and I haven't got round to it. YouTube, but yeah, I will do. Matt is going to say no more about it. That's absolutely fine. I'm more than happy not to discuss it. Yeah, I say, because I do go to bed quite early, and just stick YouTube on and watch YouTube for a while. Not guilty, Your Honour. Yeah, come on, Hannah, I blame you. You mentioned the body parts. I'm sure that must have had something to do with it. I don't blame you. No, I should hope not. Certainly don't blame me for the Brexit and the mess it's in. Chris has popped up a link for the Coinage Act. I will actually see if I can open it. I'm not going to bore you and read it all, but I'm just going to bookmark it so I can go back and have another look at it. Because there's a couple of things I would like to look at on there. So thank you, Chris. I will be looking at that later. I had a dream last week of the Queen sat in a onesie smoking a roll-up with her Wallace and Gromit designs flicking through them all. Oh, God, what are you lot like? No, I voted leave anyway. So did I, Matt, and I would do exactly the same again. God, can you imagine you lot being left in the mint to design some coins? I can just picture poor old Queenie, as I like to call her, with a rolly hanging out of her mouth. Can you imagine it? God, Louise, you are terrible. Louise, you were on the port too. Matt would like to see some Simpsons coins. Yeah, she's just missing a rolly hanging out of her mouth, isn't she, Lou? I don't know, maybe she should appeal to more people then. Oh. Oh, God. Absolutely terrible. Certainly Butterfingers, Matt. Bet she does on the slide. Hanging her head out of her bedroom window at night, trying to have a quick puff on it. Oh, come on, you're all on it now. A rolly or a joint. Jack thinks she does as well. But wouldn't she have one of oh God, what was her name from Coronation Street? Bet Lynch. Wouldn't she have one of old Bet Lynch's big old flag holders? Wouldn't she have it in one of them? I think we'd do a grand job of Charles. I don't think you'd need to. He's done a grand job of himself. Chamber, you mean holding a bong? Oh, my word, you lot are getting worse. Phil passed me backy tin. I'd like to know what she keeps in her handbag. I bet it's a packet of fags and some gum. Simpsons are American, can't have them on our coins. Jack, that's actually a really good point. I have often wondered what the hell she has in there. I mean, she certainly ain't carrying a purse round with her, is she? And I somehow can't imagine that she's sitting there with a mobile phone playing Candy Crush or what's the Angry Birds or something like that. So I wonder what she does carry in that. No, she doesn't carry money, does she? Pack of baccy and a pack of skins in a bag. G&T. I actually do think she has probably got a little flask in there for a little sneaky swig. Treats for her corgis. Perhaps a lippy and some smelling salts. Phil, Steve, oh God, this is going to be a funny one. I don't even have to read it yet. It's coming from Steve. Phil, where's my bottle of White Lightning gone? I'm gagging to get wasted. A small mirror and a lipstick, a spare roll-up and a lighter. Oh, God. Oh my good God. Oh, I'm sure we can probably get in trouble for talking about poor old Queenie like that. So I really should say that these are just my thoughts and no thoughts of the Great British GreatBritishCoinUp.com. Okay, what you're saying it is correct. It is a small mirror and lipstick. Google it. A packet of diarrhea capsules. Oh, maybe. Oh, no. Okay, I am not reading that out, Steve. 100% not. Lou thinks we're all committing treason. Steve has retracted his message. I think that was a good idea there, Steve. I'm sure this would be classed as illegal. Stop dissing the Queen. I totally agree with you, Matt. Our poor old Madge. We can't talk about her in that way. No, Steve Field carries that. Off with the TGBCH heads. The Queen doesn't carry money, they will. Love you really, Mum. God save the Queen, her baccy tin and port. She's got to be a port drinker, isn't she? Without a doubt, she's got to be a port drinker. I don't know anybody that isn't old that isn't a port drinker. She's been my gaffer all my life. Army, Ministry of Defence, and now this. We are not amused. Oh, yes, okay. We'll just put in the church collection on a Sunday. Okay. I remember those 2020s. Can you still get them, Lou? They used to sell them in a pub I worked in, but they don't sell them anymore. I've never sat down with her and had a brew, so I don't know her. But yeah, I remember the bottles of 2020. That stuff was lethal. God. I would actually love to sit down with her and Phil and have a chat. I reckon he'd have you in stitches. A bottle of match cider cut with turbs. I reckon spending an hour with her and Phil would be an absolute ball. Meth. Angela, good evening. How are you? Bring a bit of sanity to this madhouse, please. God, you don't want to. Please don't ask what you've missed, because I will not be telling you. That would make her my gaffer too, working for the RNBT. I'm inviting her for a cuppa in my non-existing kitchen. Hi, Angela. Hi, Angela. Sorry, we're in a juvenile mood. Ex-Navy Phil. Bad language. Tissues, reading glasses, mint lozenge, fountain pen, a diary, a small camera, and personal items. Min dogs, horses, saddles, which are good luck charms given by her children. They are. Will's done his research. He knows what she carries. So yeah, I just wanted to say again, Angela, to you, obviously, because it was right at the very end of the stream you caught me last night, wasn't it? About your Gruffalo. And I actually spoke to Ian about when I finished the stream. I went and spoke to Ian on the phone. And he was saying, he did mean to put a note in with it so that you would have known exactly what it was all about. But he was over the moon with your reaction. And he was, more than happy with what you've done for him anyway. So that was why they threw you an extra one in there. Will, have you burgled the castle? But it's so tiny. How does she fit it all in there? It does seem an awful lot to fit into a little bag. Willie, you are busy. Nope, that was from a member of her staff back in July. One big bag of bud and plenty of paper. Oh, God, I shouldn't be reading these out. I was buzzing all night. No, I'm really pleased. And Ian, I say Ian was probably, because I sent him the screen logs that you'd said. And he was absolutely over the moon that it had made you that way. And like I've said a few times, you know, you've got to keep the customers happy. That's what it's about. I'm thinking the Queen must have her handbag made for her so as not to favour an individual brand. I don't know. I mean, I suppose that would be the same with her outfits, wouldn't it? She needs a heavy one to whack Philip with. I bet she has given him a few clouts with that handbag as well. I saw her in Primani, you mean? Primani. I'm not going to tell you about Primani, but yeah. I guess so, yeah. Lorna London Designs. Never heard of it. I'm not into, unfortunately, women's handbags or women's clothing come to that. The Queen really carries a brick just in case she wants to smack. No, I'm not. That's who makes her handbags. I'm not even going to read these out now because I think you're all being a bit too disrespectful for Our Majesty. And I am not going to partake. I'll see you later. Ciao. Good evening, Matt. Enjoy the rest of your night, mate, and enjoy your weekend. Not even going there. How on earth it even descended into this? I asked a really straightforward, simple question that does she have to approve the coins, designs, and you've descended into this. Hi, can you tell me what causes toning to my 50p coins? How can I stop this? Thank you, John. There are. Look, John has asked you a really, really sensible question. I know I saw something recently, John, on, I think it was on one of the Change Checkers threads or something, and people were saying that if they're kept in the Change Checker packaging for a while, for a long period of time, it affects the toning and damages the coin. I guess the other answer there, I didn't lead you anywhere. Wouldn't half laugh if she's a coin tuber. Without coins, she's on them all. Yeah, but we're talking now. John's asked you a sensible question about toning to your 50p coins. I guess the only way you're going to stop that is by putting them into sealed containers. Try to find one. Oh, they're over there. If you put, and I'll show you this one because I like it because it upsets somebody. If you put them into a sealed container, you can get them of all shapes and sizes. And obviously you put it in one of them, it's going to protect it. It'll protect it for longer than, you know, having it just out normally. Jack, I was looking into this afternoon. How weird. I checked because it happened to 3 of my Change Checker carded coins and I'm not happy. Grace, all coins tone eventually. There's no stopping it, unfortunately, but you can delay the process by careful storage, yeah. Keeping them in an airtight container. No, lower it in silver dip, wash off after a few seconds, dry it with a soft cloth, perfect and no damage or smell, though shunned by true collectors. Yeah, he wasn't asking how you get rid of it though, Steve. He was asking how do they, oh no, how can you stop it? Yeah, sorry. What causes it? Sorry, I apologise then. Something about the Beatrix pot of coins. They get a tone on them. Doesn't she own the mint? She is very helpful. Yeah, I mean, if you really don't want them to get any sort of tone in at all, the only way is to put it into an airtight container of some description. You can get loads of them, different sizes. Oh, let's have that one that's closer. To protect them for a bit longer. Yeah, some people saying they like the tone. Some collectors prefer it to be toned, don't they? Stick loads of silica gel in with your coins. Oh, okay, I've not heard that one. But then they're not in their packaging anymore. The potter's all toned. I don't know. I mean, some people say that cleaning the coins affects the value, don't they? And I guess it depends. I don't know. It depends. I mean, I don't know. I'm not one to ask about that because I don't keep them to sell them on. I keep them because I like them. So I don't really even keep an up-to-date check on what the value of them are. But Steve or Lou is probably a better one to be asking that. For pre-decimals, a good tone actually increases the values. For example, if the coin has a rainbow toning, that adds to the value. So there you go. And don't go doing what Louise does. And Louise likes to drill holes in her coins. Don't go doing that. Although they do make quite a nice little key ring. Silver coins that tone can bring a higher premium. You drilled it because you're bad. You certainly are. I've got a load of fireworks going off again tonight. The environment of the coin storage will also dictate what colour toning you will get. I didn't know that either. I say, but then I'm not too fussed about it, like I say, because I've not. Mine are all tucked away in their albums or in the protectors. And I've not done it to sell them on anyway. I've done it because I like them. My place is quite damp, so I might try the silicone gel. If they're in crap plastic, they will turn green. There was a little bit, I think, on that one that you did the drilling on. I think there was no? Or maybe it was just when I held it up to the camera, it looked a bit green. No, it was my eyesight then, which isn't the best. No. I'm sure I've got one somewhere that's gone green, but I can't for the life of me think where. And it's not the right time to be hunting around trying to find it. My place is damp, so I'll try the silicone. Yeah, I've not heard the silicone gel one before. I said we only touched on it the other day, didn't we? Because I'd seen a comment about them being in the blue packets from Change Checker, and if they're left in them for a long time, it can affect them. So yeah, it was only a couple of days ago we were talking about that. Yeah, the silica gel absorbs the moisture. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's literally all I've done is I've cleared my desk drawers, and they're just stored in, obviously, in their albums or whatever, and then put into my desk drawers. If the green is 3rd degree, have I said that's right? Sounds like the 3rd degree. 3rd degree. This can be removed by sticking the coin in the potato, because the potato starch reacts with the 3rd degree and makes it go away. Oh, there's a good tip for you. Going to take mine out of the packaging. I'm not going to do it with all of mine. I'm going to take most of them out of the packaging, which I do anyway to put into the albums anyway for most of them. But there are a couple that I will keep in the packaging. But probably the Royal Mint packaging rather than the Change Checker packaging. All mine are in a briefcase in trays. Acetone works too on silver that has plastic marks. I know you're going to probably scream, no, you shouldn't be doing that. But I know that the Kew Gardens that I got was actually treated with jewellery cleaner before it was sent to me. Just to sort of clean it up a little bit, because apparently it was in a little bit of a mess. Acetone severely damages coins, as does coke. Okay, we got a conflict there. Will Change Checker say their coins in their card packets are protected for life, so they are telling fibs? I can't say whether it is true or false, Will. It was just a comment that somebody had put on a Facebook post a couple of days ago, and I'd seen it, and obviously there were quite a few people commenting on it and saying that that is the case if they're left in them for a long time. So I asked the question when I next streamed, and there were quite a few people that were saying, yeah, that does happen if you leave it in the packets. I haven't had any of them long enough to be able to form an opinion on that. But it did seem quite a bit of people agreeing with it. Louise is just to refirm, just dip it in the acetone rather than actually soaking it. If you're keeping your coins forever, then yes, you can clean them and do whatever you like. But if you're planning on reselling your coins, then never clean them. Soap and warm water only if you must. No, I mean, I personally haven't cleaned any of them, but I'm just saying, I know from experience, I know for definite, should I say, that the Kew Garden I bought was cleaned up for me before it got sent to me, which I was more than happy for it to be cleaned up, because by all accounts it was in a bit of a mess. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I wasn't intending to sell it on anyway. It's just gone into my collection and will stay there. So I was more than happy for it to be cleaned up. That's right, Grace, for your own coins, for keeps, that's fine. Yeah, only silver, not cutthroat. Had to pop to my neighbours, let me catch up. we're having a sensible discussion now, Hannah, with regarding coins toning and cleaning of coins. And I said, just for a few seconds, literally dunk, lift, rinse, gleaming. It's personal taste. Yeah, I think that is it, Steve. It all does come down to personal taste. There are some of the ones that I've got that I look at and I think, my God, that's absolutely filthy. But I won't clean it. Yeah, I think it just adds a bit to the story, doesn't it, with them? Louise is agreeing with Steve. Yeah, it does. That's it. At the end of it, it is all down to personal taste, isn't it? I will say the Kew Garden you sent me, Lou, is in immaculate condition. It's absolutely sparkling. I've had coins for 30 years, haven't damaged any yet. No, there you go. She did, Bill. She sent me a Kew Garden. Apart from the drill. No, the Kew Garden hasn't got a drilling. Do you know what, actually, Steve? I think you've made me, given me an idea there. I might drill it myself. It's absolutely gleaming. It really, but it is, I can't even, I don't know, just the minute you hold it, you just know that it's not right. It's weird. But yeah, I think I might put a hole in that one, Lou, and have that as a key ring as well. Yeah, the fake one. Yeah, definitely. I'm not doing it to the other one. Actually, that's what I meant to show you these, actually, Lou. Oh no, I've used them. I must have done that on the last one then. Never mind, ignore that. Yeah, certainly wouldn't be on the original one. What have you done with your other one, Lou? Have you... Yeah, I know you've got the other. Have you put a hole in that one yet? For a key ring? Or is that what you're saying? You have done that with the other one? I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I will with this one. If I do it right, and if I drill right where her neck is, so if I put the hole right through where it says copy, Jack has got 4 of them. But I might actually, yeah, it's given me an idea there now. I might do that and make it into a key ring for my brother's daughter's Christmas present, along with that Christmas card one that you were talking about earlier. Yeah, wind up loads of people with it, fun and games. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I saw somebody the other day, one of the coin tubers had bought a Kew Gardens key ring off of eBay. So maybe if there's lots of them, I'll have to think of something different to do with it. I don't like to be the same as everyone else. Do something a little bit different. I'm sure you lot have come up with some bizarre ideas for that. Good evening, Polly. I take it, let me guess, the Royal Oak? How are you? Are you feeling any better anyway? Make a choker necklace? Yeah, that's an idea. I'll definitely do something with it. Yeah. Nope, at home, but better, thanks. Are you not going out tonight? Oh, God. Now I don't know what all this is meant to be. Sorry, loads of messages coming through. I've got no, I daren't look at that because it says underneath, got buds in the fridge. Good on you, girl. I shall be having one or two in just over an hour. There's messages into the CJ chat, but it says underneath, I'm sorry if the language offends anyone, so I won't be putting that on yet. So where were we? What are we? Cleaning of coins, drilling holes in coins, and fake cues. Who was it? It was you, Jack, said you got 4 of them, was it? I take it that you bought them all knowing that they were fake. Did you have an email from the Mint saying your order's been dispatched? Yeah, I had that yesterday, Lou, saying my order was dispatched. But I didn't get anything this morning. It's only the 2019 A to Z album that I'm waiting on. But yeah, I had the email yesterday. I'm wanting the silver strike your own Wallace and Gromit 50p coin, but the prices on eBay are way over the top. They're wanting 40 quid plus. The thing with that though, John, it's anything, isn't it? Yeah, we've seen it, Chris, up to 10 quid. That's Dragon Lord has got the bid on that at the moment. Steve Fraser. I will mention that again in a second, just catching up on all these. Yeah, John, the thing is with that, it's the price is only dictated by what somebody is willing to pay. So although you're complaining that it's up to the 40 quid, somebody is obviously prepared to pay that. I think it's obviously a popular strike your own, isn't it? Lou's still struggling with her typing. It's she's on her second bottle of port, I think. Jack, no me sports copy coins. Angela, when the new £1 coin came out, I got one that had come apart from the outside bit of a gold on a gold coloured chain. Oh, that's something different. I've not seen that. I know, what's her name? Hannah, bless her. She's got a coin where the middle does come out of it. Yeah, me too yesterday. Don't know what that meant. Check out the graph yet. We go on to that. Turn queue into part of the belt buckle. Well, it sounds a great idea. But that's possibly, I mean, Ian has said that he's got 1 or 2 things in mind, so that maybe that's something that, or 1 or 2 new products that he's going to be announcing soon. So maybe that's one of them, a belt buckle. Angela, use both pieces to make mismatched earrings. That would be quite funny, actually. Somebody on Facebook the other day had 6 of them for sale at 35 each. Is that still the fake queue, you mean, Will? Or the strike your own, are you saying? No, that's what they're wanting. Yeah, so when you're onto eBay then, John, then go down the left-hand side if you're on a computer. There, Will's just said somebody on eBay, on Facebook is selling them for 35 quid. Yeah, when you're on eBay, John, if you're on a computer, go down the left-hand side and tick the sold box, and then that will bring up a price of what they have actually been selling for. So that will give you an idea of how much people are paying for them, rather than, you know, silly prices that people are trying to get from you. And that is exactly what Will has just said for you there. So going on, or going back to what Chris has just told us, if you've not seen it, Ian's released a new video yesterday where he put the first of the Gruffalo into circulation down to his local supermarket, and put them all into a Coinstar machine, donated the money to cancer research, and that is the first, was it 50, I think he said he put into circulation. So going on from that, he has put an eBay listing up for the ephemera, the receipt from the Coinstar machine, plus COA, and all personally signed. This auction has been authorised by Ian and the team. It is a one-off opportunity not to be missed. Be part of history in the making. And the current bid is up to £10. It's still another best part of 10 days left on that auction. And there is the link for that. Everybody else that is been picked as a volunteer for the Gruffalo going into circulation, you will be receiving your coins anywhere now. Obviously the rules have changed this time. Instead of putting them into 10 different locations, you just go to your nearest supermarket that's got a Coinstar machine, pop them all in there, all at the same time, donate the money to charity, get the receipt, and then send the receipt back to Ian, post your video up in the WhatsApp group, and that's all you've got to do. So you'll be getting them really soon. And then once that's done, we can move on to the next one. But even if you're not going to put a bid on the ephemera yourself, don't be afraid. Please share the link as far and wide as we can get it. Let's just catch up. I was going to make the earrings myself, but not sure about defacing current coins. Don't want to get banged up for treason. Ian looked into that, Jack, with regards to defacing coins, etc. Because obviously all of the Gruffalo are now being stamped with the initials of the Great British Coin Hunt. And my understanding of it was the only thing that they could find was that it is illegal to mount the coin down. Because obviously if you think, when you go down to the coast and places like that, a lot of them have the sort of 2p machine. Let's say 2p, they're probably 20p now, where you stick your money in, pull the handle, and it squashes the coin, makes it into a sort of an oval shape. You know, I mean, that's doing a lot of damage to the coin, isn't it? Exactly, yeah. And as Steve's just said there, the middle of the coin is smack in the middle of Queenie's head. Has been welded to a cufflink. Steve has just been outbidded for the ephemera. That's what you were trying to type, Polly. What about the cufflinks, Polly? What are we up to now? £10.50 we're up to now. So yeah, so literally it's, you know, it's welded on right on the middle of her head. Exactly. As if the poor Queen hasn't gone through enough. Oh, the seaside machines. Yeah. I know down in Hastings, there's quite a few places that have got them. Yeah, poor old Queenie. We've done enough damage to her tonight. It's not fair that she gets gets done for anything else. You can do that penny thing at Bodmin Jail. I like Bodmin Jail. I've been there. It's really quite sort of spooky, that was. Louise only drills obsolete coins, and that's what you were thinking. I don't know, I mean, I know that Ian did do his research on it, and all he could find was that you couldn't mount them down. Love it. Land's End has one too. Yeah, so a lot of the coastal places, have them. It scared the poo out. It is really cold as well, isn't it? And yeah, really spooky, quite kind of place. But yeah, good. It was a long time ago I did it. Has it still got the pub in there as well at the front? I'm going to write to the Mint and ask if I can do it legally. So you want to take, I don't think I've got one handy. You want to take the centre out of the pound and make them into earrings. Is that what you're going to ask them if you can legally do? Are we still on the pounds, or have we moved on to something else now? Or just make them from any coin? What? It's not weighty, is it? No, not really. Chase Bernard Productions. Wow. Thank you. I normally have that effect on people. Not usually a good wow, but it's still a wow anyway. Yeah, the pub bit was all right. But they should have the pub at the end though, Jack. Sorry, Angela. The pub should be at the end because you certainly need a drink afterwards. Yeah, but we need to drill. Yeah, obviously you need to drill the middle piece. See, I have got. I've got a 1971. If anybody's interested, the European Mint have got a big Christmas sale on. Wide selection of gorgeous colorized coins now available at the European Mint. Just had an email from. I've got a 1971 1 penny that has been enamelled. Yes, my birth year. And made into a pendant for a necklace. But it hasn't got any drill marks. It's sort of been welded around the edge with, you know, a little clasp thingy on it. So I don't know about actually drilling a hole through a coin that's still in circulation. Chase again is giving us another well. No, it's not rare chase. It's just something that somebody's done. A craft person enamels them. Trust me, if I wanted to drill through the middle of a coin, I would. It's my coin. I've paid for it. As long as you're not defacing the coin or changing them to commit fraud, you are legally fine to drill a hole in them. No. These are all English coins, mate. But I suppose wouldn't it depend what you define as defacing a coin, though, Will? Because I'm sure some people could argue that wouldn't some people argue that drilling any hole into a coin is defacing it? I don't know. No, it's not American. It is all British coins we talk about here. I was given one with a hole in it. A £1. Is that the £1 that you've got, Hannah? I'm with you, Will. Okay. So you're saying if you totally sort of destroy the coin and you can't tell anymore what it was, then that would be classified as defacing it, if it wasn't distinguishable what the coin was. Yeah, with you now then. I've got a £1 on my keys. Yeah, that's because you're one of these old biddies that has them for the old trolleys when they go shopping, aren't they? British currency is different, certainly different from the American. Yep. If it's for gain or anti-opposing the British reasons, maybe. Yeah, that would make sense as well. Obviously, gain would be covering what you've said there, committing fraud. I don't think there's a day goes past, Lou, where you don't mention having a drill. I just feel sorry for Emily. I really do. Deface would be like when that one was found with a Nazi symbol. Yeah, and that exactly. Then that would be also covering what Polly has just said there, opposing British reasons. Nazi symbols stamped on them. Yeah, we've got quite a few people that are subs here, Chase, from America. We got a guy that streams on a Saturday and a Sunday, 12 till 5 UK time. And he's got a lot of Americans that follow him, and he showcases American coins. He's got a big show coming up on, I think it's the 23rd of this month, from UK time, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m, where it is just going to be American currency. And he's going to have a lot of different stuff to showcase on there. 23rd of November. Yeah, I knew Lorna would know the answer to that. If it was illegal, then surely half of eBay would be banged up for putting decals on the coins. Exactly, yeah. Emily loves a girl with drill. Yeah, she don't like being called a maid though, does she? Apparently my films run on my money. I pay a reasonable price. Yeah, I mean, you've only got to have a look on eBay, and there's so many coins that have been turned into bits of jewellery and all things like that. And, you know, there's loads of things on there. I mean, to be honest, if I was going to... Cracking slap, good on her. Lou, Emily, if you can hear, she did call you a maid again today. She said that she was hoping you were going to have her tea on the table ready for her. So I'd give her another slap if I was you. She deserves it. Yeah, to be honest, I think if I was going to drill a coin for my own purpose, obviously you were talking about earrings. Obviously, if I was going to make earrings, I don't wear them, but if I was going to do it, it wouldn't bother me at all. I'd drill it. It's not as if you're going to try and make a you know, living out of selling them on to other people, and that is it. It's just for yourself. And I can remember being at school. There seemed to be a phase when I was at school of people drilling coins and putting them on necklaces and that sort of thing. I remember a lot of people doing that in metalwork and stuff. Oh my God, stop. Oh dear, it's good fun. You have an Xbox? Damn, I do too. Yeah, I certainly do. And I've also got a Wii somewhere down there. You can just see the Wii Fit board, but yeah, I've got a Wii down there as well. What else do we have? I've got a couple of the Nintendo DS's, and yeah, unfortunately I don't get to play them a great deal now. British is way nicer. When it comes to coins, I think the Americans have got some really nice coins. Got some lovely coins there. Some of the state coins and that are really nice. Quarters and bits and bobs, they're nice coins. He's always on here keeping us lot in check. Em said she's going to send you all my coins. Over my cold dead body. It's funny actually, I said that to somebody the other day actually, Lou. Yeah, which unfortunately I thought it was all resolved, and then today it all started again, but that's a different story that I'll tell you a different day. Trying to keep them all in check, yeah. Another slap. I've really got to stop it though, because I know that Lou is certainly going to get her own back on me in January, so I really should stop. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm only here for another 50 minutes. Then I can crack open a cold one. Then you've got my family's coming on from 9 till 11. I know they've got some hunts that they're going to do. And then from 11 till 12, I'm not sure who it is. It's either Matt or Martha. I'm not sure which one. Key and I only have 3. Oh. I'll show you the first ones I got. We worked out it was better with a magnifying glass, wasn't it? No, Steve, a cold beer. That was the first one I got, Kean, from eBay. It's Alderney £1. The second one was also get it round there again. An Alderney £1. Again from eBay. It was actually from the same seller. So yeah, that was the first 2 that I got. Don't encourage him, please. God, he really doesn't need any encouragement. You should have seen what he said about poor old Queenie just now. Where did I put it? And then when we had the 50% code off at the Mint the other day, I got the Paddington at the station proof. So yeah, they're the only ones that I have at the moment. But they're nice. I'm happy with them. So I'm going to talk to you then, Kian, because you seem to be about the only sensible one here at the moment. So what silver proofs have you got? See, I'm trying to be all sensible here. Okay, I've just had a hit here. Got to share something on a stream. Right. Ian's response to the video that I said that I couldn't watch because it says about the language. Ian has said he's watching it and it is brilliant and he wants it to be shared on stream. So what I'll do with you, I'll actually get you the stream, but I'll also see if we can watch the video together on here. So let's make it a bit of...
We got fucking mails from out of the country, dude. I think we're officially fucking international, yo. This is fucking cool. I don't give a shit about the camera. I'm not fixing the shit. If I can get this woman to possibly. Yeah, I definitely want to open on this side. That's the bill. Okay. This is from the Great British Coin Hunt. And you motherfuckers need to go check this dude out. Yeah, I guess it's not really a dude. It's a dude that started it. But, yeah. It's a fucking group of people saying, fuck you to the men. And I bought some stuff with their, what's that word code, maybe? Their code? With a discount code. With compliments. Great British Coin Hunt, yo. Like, man, come on. I figured that this song was fucking perfect for this shit, too. Good hit. I like how they did this, actually. That's cool. I tried to get as many coins as I could. Oh my gosh, get the fucking flips out. This is fucking cool. Cool. Dude, that's a thick fucking coin, yo. Oh, this is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome. Yeah, these things are going up quick. Dude. 1900. 1911, yo. I don't see a date on this
one. Right, that's it anyway. Because I'm getting a bloody arm ache. And there's still another 18 minutes to go on that. But I will find the link for you and post it so you can all go and have a look at that. And if you're not already, sub him, tell him where you've come from. Oh, damn it. If you're doing a search yourself, it is just simply called Mail from the Great British Coin Hunt. But I'll get you a link. And yeah, please, if you've not already subbed him, please do sub him. He does come into the chat. Obviously, he's one of the guys that is good friends with John Gamble. So please have a look at that and sub him and leave a comment. He will love that. So just letting them know. So yes, so that's all of that. Where were we? What have I got to say? What were we going to say? Come on, have I only got 26 likes? Come on, we've got to get to 30 at least. Oh God, I've totally lost my train of thought now. The big news is, good evening, Disney. Please hit the like button. That's the first thing you've got to do. And then share it. It's not a problem. It was just put up into one of our CJ messages, CJ chat logs, and Ian said, get it live now and share it. So I've done that. And yeah, but leave. Oh, there he is. He's just come on himself. There's the big man. I've just been showing him your video, and I've just popped up the link for him in their cracking video, mate. I will be watching the rest of that when I finish here in 40 minutes. Louise Pollard is a big fan of yours, I've seen. Confrontational nonconformist is awesome. So there we go. John Gamble, thank you very much for sharing. Confrontational nonconformist link. I really do appreciate it. Laugh out loud, awesome. Just subbed and we'll carry on watching. Hi all, just been watching the US guy. He's actually just come in the stream as well, RJ. It's great, get it watched. Yeah, I've just shared the link for them all. And loads of them are going to be subbing. So hopefully, certainly views, it will get you extra views. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it will get you extra subs as well. Yeah, Chippy Doodle was subbed. Appreciate it also. No, it's brilliant, mate. Honestly, not a problem at all. We've always said it's just one big family, isn't it? So, yeah, another one there with Will. He subbed you and he'll watch it over the weekend. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I did see it earlier on. John posted it in the WhatsApp group. And I was going to put it on then, and then I saw a warning underneath about the language. So I thought, okay, I'll leave it for a little while. And then when Ian said, no, get it shared now, I thought, all right. So we watched the first couple of minutes, but left it for the rest to catch up with it later. So, yeah, I should be watching that. It'd be good fun. Where was I saying? More on your likes has gone up. It's gone up to 28. I've got to get to 30 though. 30 is always the target. Need to get to 30 likes. Maybe I should put it. Oh, there we go. We've hit 30 now on mine. Got to go, guys. Have a great night. And you, Angela. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it every time you do. 31. Mine's down, then mine's only on 30. I'll take 31. I'm happy with that. So yeah, so sorry. What I was saying earlier, or just about to say, before we shared the video, was Ian is predicting that we're going to hit 5,000 subs by the end of this month. And really, the way we have been going, I would imagine we'll comfortably hit the 5,000 subs again, or again, 5,000 sub mark. If and when we hit the 5,000 subs, whether it's before the end of the month or after the end of the month, there will be another gold proof auction when we hit 5,000 subs. The auction will run all day. All I can say with regards to what coin it will be, Ian has said that he is giving serious consideration to it being a Captain Cook gold proof. So that would be something quite special to mark the 5,000 sub mark. The auction will run all day, and it will finish in the stream from 11 till 12. And that stream is going to be done again by Martha. So those of you that didn't have the chance to see Martha last time, trust me, you need to tune in when we hit 5,000 subs, because Martha was an absolute ball the last time we had a stream with her on it. Go Martha, exactly. So all we're asking in the meantime for that is, if you want to, sorry, the auctions, actually carry on with that first. The auction for the gold proof, which I've got to be honest, if it's going to be the Captain Cook, it's going to be special. The auction for that will be using the A to Z 10p's again, but will also include all of the 50p's that we listed previously. So your Olympics, your puddle ducks, all that kind of stuff that was valid on the previous auctions. Also, there were the American state and park quarters, and I'm sure Chris will tell me there was some American dollar or something was there. So those are all going to be the coins that are valid. So if you want to have a bid on that, then keep saving up now. I'm not going to remark anything about that one. So all we're asking you to do in the lead up to that, obviously you'll see that the auctions have died off this week. So in response, please share the links to any of the videos, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching a rerun of it. Just share the videos to your social media, whether it's onto YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, anything like that. Yeah, it can be any combination of those coins. I assume anyway, I will need to confirm that with Ian, but I will imagine it will be any combination. That's what we did last time. So I would imagine it will be. Obviously not your 1 and 2p's. That was a separate auction altogether. So yeah, I mean, I'll get that all confirmed with Ian. I'm going to ring him at 9 o'clock anyway, so I'll have a chat with him then and get it all confirmed. So if you want to take part in that auction, you've got roughly 3 weeks to start saving up your coins. Give you an idea, the last gold proof went for 575 coins, A to Z 10p's, which in monetary value is £57.50. And it was being sold for, what was it? £960 or £980 on the mint, at the mint. So it's, it's a hell of a deal to be had, although I've got a feeling this one's going to go well into the thousands. So yeah, that's all we're asking. If you can please share the links, whether it be live or a rerun. We're live every day, 7 days a week, 12 till 7. Yeah, £980 on the Mint website, and it's sold for $57.50. You know, I think this one will go well past that. So yeah, so please just, you know, any chance you get, do share them. The more shares we get, fingers crossed, the more subs we'll get. The more subs we get, the faster we get to do the auction on the gold proof again. As far as I'm aware, the only channel that does anything like this, I've never seen any other channels auctioning coins in the manner that we do. It certainly is a one-off. So yeah, we appreciate your support and any shares or likes that you will give us. That then leads us on to where the packaged coins. There are still packaged coins on the site, to my knowledge. There are 2 packaged coins left on. And they are the Stephen Hawking and the Peter Rabbit. But if you've watched Ian's latest update video, you will see that he's having quite a battle to get these packaged coins at a price that is competitive. And in many cases, us as a customer, you can go off and actually buy these coins cheaper than what Ian can buy them for. So obviously you can imagine, Louise, I'll answer that later on this evening, because there's more to add to that now. It's totally lost me thought now. Yeah, so, you know, so it doesn't make business sense for Ian to continue with the packaged coin market. Having said that, there are pre-orders on the site for the second Gruffalo and the Wallace and Gromit. Ian is still trying his best to get those coins in packaged condition, and should he get them at prices that are reasonable for him and, you know, make business sense for him, then you will still get those coins sent to you as soon as Ian gets them. If he can't get them, then you will be refunded your money or the points, whichever it was that you spent on those pre-orders. It won't affect. A lot of people seem to be panicking, thinking, oh, what about the release into circulation of the other coins? They won't make the slightest bit of difference to that. The releasing of coins into circulation will still be going ahead regardless. That's all the updates I can give you on it at the moment. So I've not spoken to Ian myself. I've only seen the video that he put out earlier. I can't imagine there's going to be any update on that for at least until next week. But just keep your eye out for any update videos from Ian. He'll keep us all up to date and informed as and when he knows. It's a shame about the packaged coins, as we'd all like to support the Great British Coin Hunt by now through the site, but when the odds are stacked against as they are, it makes no sense. Exactly. He's also mentioned about the investments, people that got an investment with the company. Nothing to worry about. The company's still going to continue. He's still got, I think he said he's got a couple of new products that he's looking into at the moment. So keep your eyes out for any new videos that will be revealing what they are going to be. As far as the investments are concerned, though, they are going to be coming off the website shortly. There's no time scale as to when that will happen. So if you're looking at getting an investment that returns 50% over 2 years, then get on there and grab one of them now quickly, because they won't last for long on there. Sorry, my phone is just going loopy. So let's turn it off for now. So your investments are all safe. The company's still going to be going strong. You see by the YouTube, we were sent a load of the statistics the other day for it, for the previous month, and the figures on it were just incredible. Over 1,200 new subscribers last month, over 450,000 hours of watch time. I'll go back through that. I'll plug that again, Jack, before I finish at 9. So the channel is just going from strength to strength, and that's only possible with you guys there. There are a few new features on that we're looking at doing. I need to sort of bang heads with Ian a bit over the weekend, and fingers crossed we'll have come up with a solution for the Christmas tree raffle. And if it's not up on the site by Monday, I'll certainly have an update for you on Monday regarding that. So things are looking really good. It is just literally the package coin, which is a real shame. But, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. As Ian says, you know, suck it and see. Unfortunately, he's been priced out of the market. Love the new design with the format for the COAs. Yeah, they look an awful lot better, I must admit, and professional. Have the pins been... No, I'm still talking to 2 companies at the moment with regards to those, Jack. So nothing's been sort of confirmed or anything with them yet. I'm still talking to 2 companies about that. And how we go with that. As soon as I know anything, you know, I'll let everybody else know. But at the moment, we're just talking and see what we can do on that. That is pretty much all of the updates that I can give you. Done the Gruffalo, didn't we? We did that. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Obviously, we are still looking for more coin jockeys to come and join us. Ideally, you have your own YouTube channel. It doesn't matter when you want to stream or how long you want to stream. If you just want to do it for an hour and test the water, more than happy to fit you in. During the days are easier. I can guarantee you between 12 and 5, I can guarantee that you'll get any slot. After 5 o'clock, well, probably after 8 o'clock, it's a little bit harder because we've got some that are a bit more structured, if you like, with their days and times. But we are looking for anybody to come and do that. One area that Ian is calling, I've got to mention it because he'll go mad if I don't. One area that Ian would really like to corner, he really likes the idea of having a mystery person streaming. So it would be somebody that obviously hasn't streamed before, but wearing a mask. Ian really likes the idea of somebody wearing a mask and streaming, and the mystery, you know. So that's something, if anybody is a bit wary about, oh, I don't want to go on there and show me face, fine. Maybe wear a mask then and not do it. Could you and I CJ for an hour so I can test the water, please? Absolutely, Polly. Just tell me when and I will sort that. That's not a problem at all. He's just so kinky. I think it came about from the Halloween. I think, was it Matt and Scott that streamed wearing masks? I can't remember. And that's where Ian got the idea from. and the viewing figures on that were really, really quite good. And he just liked it. You know what Ian's like, he likes to do things a bit different. Lou is going to be streaming soon. That's interesting. Because, you know, I think you've got a lot to offer, Lou. But again, you know, I also understand that you don't want to impact on Emily, which is, you know, understandable as well. So just let me know when and what time slots you want, and I'll do my best to sort it out for you. Anybody that does stream, we won't put too much on you. You won't have to do auctions and throw loads of things down people's throats. You can just sit there, show off some of your coins, have a chat, get used to how things run. You'll have moderators there helping you out. I'll probably be in the chat as well. Also, you'll have my number, so I'll be at the end of the phone if you've got any questions. Or so it's really not as scary as people think it is. The only thing I say to anybody that's going to do it is make sure you got a drink nearby, because sitting there chatting non-stop for an hour or two, it does get really dry on your throat and your mouth. So just have a drink handy. You do get paid in the way of points. The equivalent of £10 an hour gets paid to you in points. So that's also an added bonus you can then spend on the site. So yeah, so if it's you or somebody else you know that might want to do it, give one of us a shout, and we'll do our best to work around it and fit you in. I'm going to CJ so I can buy my raffle ticket. I was expecting that, Lou. Let me just catch it up. Metal Detecting UK, Metal Detectives of Dorset. Good to see you, mate. Nice of you to drop in. Jack, hi guys from Dorset. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of that. Yeah, so where was I? So you get your reward points and all of that added to you. We won't, you know, say you've got to do X, Y, Z amount of auctions because they're on hold at the moment anyway. So now's a cracking time to get in, you know, and just have a bit of fun, really. If you've been with us most of the night, it's been an absolute scream tonight. I won't repeat what some of the things that have been talked about, but it has been a bit crazy tonight. And it is all good fun, you know. So if you or anybody, you know, please drop one of us a message. I will just say again, from what Ian has said in his video, please, anybody that's got an issue, whether it's an order's gone missing or an order's late, then please only contact one person. Don't send me an email or mention it to me on chat. I don't mind chasing it up. That's what I'm here to do. If you've got any problems, I'll do my best to sort them out. But don't tell me or email me and then do an email to John and then a text message to Ian, because it's just confusing everything, and it's actually delaying the problem getting sorted out. So please only contact one person. My emails are all on the end of my videos or on my description of my videos. My contact details are all on there. Or I'm on chat pretty much every day if you need to get hold of me. And I'll do my best to sort out any problems that people have got. Sometimes it's a bit quicker for me to sort it out than it would be if you email them directly. So yeah, just, you know, just email one person. If you've emailed John, leave it a week. If you haven't heard anything back in a week, then please get back in touch with him and ask if there's an update on it. but don't. I keep saying it, and we still keep getting emails coming in that. It was funny. I was doing the mod hours, working out everybody's hours this morning so they could get paid. And there's very few of them that you can actually work out who they are from their email name. Mine is simple. My name is my email. But very few people have actually got that. And people are emailing in no details, no name, just saying, where's my coin? And that's not helping anybody at all. That's just, that just get deleted and ignored because it's just ridiculous. There's no way of knowing who it is that's sending in emails, what coin you're talking about, So please just be a bit patient with that. Imagine it was somebody sending you a message. You'd want to know as much detail, so just do the same in courtesy back, innit? So for the last 15 minutes, we'll go and do the Gruffalo ephemera again. Ian has got a target that he'd like to reach for this. I won't tell you what that target is because I don't want anybody to stop if that gets to that target. So basically, the Gruffalo was put into circulation by Ian into the Coinstar machine. Cancer Research was picked as the charity that he, I think it was 25 quid that he put into circulation. Bloody phone. He's got the receipt for that, the ephemera, the certificate of authenticity, and as RJ said, these are new certificates of authenticity. That's nice flashing blue lights. And these ones really do look professional and look a lot better than just... Actually, I've got one here I can show you. Although a lot of you that have ordered the coins with the COAs, you'll have had these as well anyway. But yeah, they look a lot better and a lot more professional. So that link I've just shared is for the ephemera, which is the packaging, etc., the COA, and the receipt for the first batch of Gruffalo coins that have gone into circulation. That's on eBay. It's up there for another 9.5 days, and it's currently bidded up to £10.50, I think it was. Yeah, 12 bids at £10.50. And basically any money that is received from that, it just goes to pay for the next coins that are being put into circulation. Nobody's expecting that to go for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It's just going to pay for the next coin to go into circulation. So nobody's going to be making money or anything from it. So if you fancy having a bid on that, please do. If not, please share it on your social media as well. The more money we can get for it, the better. And the quicker the next coins will be coming out. Where do we go next for the last few minutes, haven't it? Has anybody got any questions about any of Ian's videos or anything that I've just told you? Fire away now. So when are you planning on CJ and Lou? Have you given it any thought? Is Ian sending the Gruffalos out, which was one on his night of madness, along with the ephemeras? Yes and no, Marie. The night of madness, some of those were just the ephemeras and all of the extras, which I can show you now. So it was the certificate of authenticity and 75 extra coins. It's not that one. So it was a sheet of these. A sheet of 2 pences. And a mixed bag sheet. Then there was loads. There were prints included in it. I think it's a set of 4 or 5. And what else did we have? There were. Oh God, I've got to try and find one that's half reasonably clean for me to show you. That's probably the cleanest one. There were bumper stickers. There was also, oh God, what was it? A badge of Yoko Ono's private parts. I didn't get one of them, so I'm not going to show you that. So a lot of the, so obviously mine was just the ephemera that I bought. I have got others on order that is the coin as well. So a lot of those have been sent out already or are in the process of being sent out. But at the same time, people who have bought both, like yourself there, Marie, people that have bought both have received both. Yeah, Will's got his, there we go. RJ's got his. So yeah, so they are all being sent out. I think Wednesday was the first I heard that somebody had received one. Yeah. They're definitely all being sent out now. So I'm sure it was Wednesday, I think, was the first person that I heard of getting them. And also, so for anybody that ordered more than one, or you ordered one and you won one in an auction or a raffle, wherever possible, you won't get the same letter. Because obviously, you know, the initials of the Great British Coin Hunt are being stamped onto the coins. So you won't get the same letter. You will get different letters. Wasn't sure if it was all getting sent with the Gruffs. I would imagine probably, Marie, if you've got coin and all of the Gumph as well, it'll probably all get sent together. I know that mine didn't. Ian did actually ring me to say that mine wasn't all being sent together. But other people's has been. I know Popcorn King was on earlier, said all of his got sent. I think he had 10 on order, and they all got sent together. My family collects, they got theirs as well. So yeah, so if you've not already had it within the next sort of couple of working days, fingers crossed, you will be getting it as well. The same with any of the volunteers to put them into circulation. As you've seen now, Ian has put that into circulation, the first ones. So the volunteers will be getting their coins very, very soon. And obviously by now you know the rules, what to do when you do get them. And I will just cover that again. I did cover it earlier on. I know when the video first went out yesterday, where Ian was saying that the rules have changed now. You put it all into a Coinstar machine and donate the money to charity. There were a few people on my stream that were saying they weren't keen on that idea. They would have liked, I don't know, the volunteers to give the money to a homeless person, or there were a couple of things around that. Obviously, not every town has got homeless people, or not, you know, around the towns. So So that's not always possible. Homeless person might not want to be filmed. And part of the stunt is actually filming the coins going into circulation. But when I finished my stream, I was straight onto the phone to Ian just to having a catch up. And I did put those concerns to Ian. His response to me was, you know how it is, Warren. I've changed the rules from the Peter Rabbit. There's absolutely nothing to say that I won't change the rules for the next one or the one after that. And maybe down the line we will do something with regards to homeless person or homeless people. To give you an idea, his thought was rather than giving the money directly to them, you would take that money into a bank, change it for a £5 note, come out with a £5 note, pop into your news agents, buy them a sandwich and a hot drink or whatever, and you would give that to the homeless person. So that, so he is playing around with the ideas, and there's nothing at all to say that it won't get changed in the future. As I said at the time, I showed the video on camera, so it was my first time of watching it as when I showed it to everybody else. And as I said at the time, if you've got any feedback, not just about the Gruffalo going into circulation, if you've got any feedback about anything, if you've seen something you like, if you've seen something you dislike, please share that feedback. All right, you might not want to put it on chat. You're scared that everybody will jump on your back or whatever. Fine, pop one of us an email. My email's out there for everybody to contact me. I think even my phone number's on my videos for anybody to contact me. Ian's the sort of guy that there's no such thing as bad publicity or bad feedback. Ian takes every bit of feedback and will try to turn it into a positive. So whatever you think about the stream or whatever you think about something you've heard, throw us your feedback and let us know. And at the same time, on a really egotistical point, it is really good to hear good feedback as well. And I do always, if it's sent directly to me, I do always pop it into the CJ chat on WhatsApp, so everybody gets to know that. I don't just take it and keep it for myself. So for the last 5 minutes, quickly, because I'm sure my family are keen to jump on. Those of you that have followed any of the blogs, either on Facebook or on the website, Mick runs the blogs. He's now going to be taking over the newsletter that gets sent out to everybody, and there's a ton of different things that he's going to be doing on there, from featuring the CJs, having a chat with the CJs, getting to know them a bit better, to promoting certain things. So again, that's something that's going to be changed and hopefully make it a bit better for you. But again, any ideas that you've got or you'd like to see, let us know. I keep saying it, but Angela mentioned the Christmas tree raffle, and that's an idea that we're going to take and we are going to run with. So at the end of the day, it's you people that sit there every day and watch us. So if you think that we could change something and improve something, let us know. Just catching up. Wasn't sure if it's all being sent. That's not a problem at all. Warren's making great sense right now. Both he and Ian genuinely appreciate the feedback. I know, because I've spoken to you both. It's really helpful both ways. Exactly, because if you're sitting there, let's do it on a negative. If you're sitting there and you're not liking the way something's happening, we don't know that unless we're being told. We haven't got a clue that actually this might be coming across in the wrong way. So unless you tell us, we're just going to carry on doing that. But at the same point, if it's something good, positive, you know, you've enjoyed the way we've done something, we've changed it and done it a bit different, again, let us know, because you know what Ian's like, he loves to change things up. So there's nothing to say that we're going to keep things running the same way. So yeah, any feedback, good or bad, we'd love to hear it, because it's, you know, it's you guys that are sitting there each day and watching it. I'm going to leave it pretty much there, I think, for the night. I've probably bored most of you silly. So my family, if you're still there, are you ready to take over? I'm more than happy to come off 2 minutes early. If you're here and you're ready to go. So yeah, please don't switch off after this. My family are there. My family are going to be coming on at 9 o'clock or anywhere now. They've got a couple of hunts to go through. The kids are going to be doing them as well with them. So please stay tuned and watch my family. And then after them, right, okay, I'll message that straight away to you now. You're the first person that it's actually asked for that. Everybody else it's been okay with. God, let me find where's right there. Okay, I'm just texting it to you now. So we're not going anywhere for a couple of minutes. And, oh, can't write. Okay, I've just sent that to you now. And it is all lowercase, and there is a 1 on the end. That's not a typo. There is meant to be like that. Sorry, that's my fault. We changed the or I changed the password in the week. So yeah, that's why. So let's just quickly catch up. And yeah, sorry. Then Matt from Coins and More will be finishing with you from 11 till 12, and then again. Tomorrow it starts all over again from 12 to 5 with I've just got Ian's. I've told Ian what the password was as well. I'm getting everyone asking me for it. So yeah, I'll start all again tomorrow with John Gamble. Yeah, the password digress. Tell me about it. It's strange because for a lot of us, it's just automatically let us log on, and it hasn't even sort of asked about the passwords. But for some people, it's asking for passwords. I am back on tomorrow evening, 9 till 12. And again on Sunday evening, 9 till 12. But you've got 12-hour streams all weekend. I am going to cut the stream there because I'm hoping that my family are now live. So please jump over onto their screen and watch them. And thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.